I am, and have always been, 7/8 of a roadway service station.
Good evening, 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 good evening.
Welcome to Bidding War. To join the game, please visit persephoneschair.com/unicorn and join with the room code LTNG.
And welcome to game night on Saturday the 30th of May. It is just approaching 10 past 8 here in the UK. I hope you are all having an absolutely top draw weekend. BC, to your question, how often does the intro get updated? It didn't get updated for ages, and then I realised I had reskinned a load of formats and it was still playing out old videos, so I updated it about 3 seasons ago, and then I updated it again at the start of this season. If you look very carefully, you might even be able to see Power Play, although Power Play, the video was recorded before Power Play actually aired, so yeah, it's a very limited Power Play video. But yeah, the goal is to update it once a season. We'll see how well I stick to that moving forward. How you're doing, everybody? Lovely to have you here. Big thanks to Clive the Legend for a 78-month subscription. My God, that's far many lots. Far many lots. 6.5 years. 6.5 years. You've been putting up with me, Clive. Thank you very much for your continued support. It is most appreciated. I have not been observant. Maybe I have to start updating it every week, Ben. Oh, God, if only I had the time in my life to be able to update that video once a week. That'd be great. Good evening to you all. Welcome to Saphira. Still got Lewis, Colin, Prude, Shapes, Matt the Sprat, JR, Lupine, Alexander, Stimpson, Nando, BC, Ardenfest, SJ8, Minky, Pyro, Rack, Toot, Flyboy, Bungle, Tiggo, Conradlac, Shadowmane, Jogging, Green Day, Samster, Clive, Brig, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You're almost welcome to be here. Thank you very much for joining me for this Saturday evening game night. One more player in the game, and we will zoom out and go to the full width of the Bidding War Arena. 30 players in already. There we go. Welcome on in. Shapes taking up the first space of the top row. Blimey, hurry. We've only got 8 podia left. It'd be nice to have a full lobby of Bidding War tonight. Wouldn't that just be wizard? I look down on the I look down on you, tiny people. Your ways are quaint. Yeah, bidding wall. It is very much a bidding wall. Yeah. Anyway, hope you've been having a first-rate weekend. I've got a quiet one this weekend, relatively speaking. Park run this morning, which was very nice. Then a little bit of question proofing and getting stuff stacked ready for tonight. Getting the drain questions stacked. That was this afternoon, and then I spent much of the rest of the afternoon working on a new format, which is coming in soon. So that's exciting. Another one, yeah. I'm still going to go back and finish off Picture This, because that's sort of done and sort of optimized, but I want to add another round or two to it and add a bit more finesse and stuff. So yeah, there's going to be a new format coming soon, boss. I mean, maybe Thursday, might be the following Thursday, might be Saturday, but at some point in the near future. Yeah, and then church tomorrow morning, and that's it. That's all I've got. So it's yeah, a nice broadly relaxing weekend. Which is very nice. AB me, Oni, welcome both of you to the stream. So first up at game night this evening. Yes, the mashup of Picture This and Google that we didn't know we wanted, absolutely. Yeah, so tonight, bidding war to start us off, the one and only war of season 22. This has been written by JR, who takes pole position in the author's chair in the centre of the arena. Very grateful to Stimson's Angle for proofing as well. I had a quick glance through these questions. These look very approachable and very, very manageable. So we'll see how you get on. Hello, Topper. Welcome to the stream. Solid Marie, welcome on in as well. Don't forget, just a couple of quick housekeeping announcements before we begin the evening proper. You can go and check in with your penny bank, which is something I don't remind you often enough about. PersephoneShare.com. Everything is PersephoneShare.com/pennybank, capital P, capital B. That you can go and check how many pennies you've got this season in all the time you've been here, and also your medal cabinets to see how many nice shiny medals you've attained in your game night goings on. So do pop on over to there. Of course, pop into the Discord as well. That's where a lot of people hang out during the stream. I can see there's a good crowd in general voice chat at the moment. So go and pop in over there. Also get the latest information, any of the software that you need to like write questions, get the question writer role, and just generally announcements and things, and hang out. Wasn't updated since last Saturday. Was it not? That might be my bad. Let me just check my Git history. No, let's not do that now. You are absolutely right, Alexander. I forgot to update the Purge pennies onto the website, so that's my bad. I will do, as part of the pack down process that I obviously forgot on Saturday. Things packed down at the moment. I've got an extra hurdle to do because I've got to go and flag all of the online database of drain questions after they've been used, update the leaderboard, and all the other things. So the penny bank is basically just a raw JSON file that the website then reads and displays in a pretty way, but I have to remember to manually update it after every stream. It also means that there's a checks and balances that I can just go in and make sure the medals and the pennies have written as they should. Although at this point, if they're not writing correctly, then, well, to be fair, we had that with Powerplay, didn't we? So but yes, I will do that post stream. The Purge medal from Thursday will go online. So do go and check that out. Don't forget you can suggest your raid message if you want to. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I've just had a steak. So it's sitting a little heavy at the moment. Give me a minute. Suggest a raid message. You can give me up to 3 raid message suggestions. I'll pick my favourite at the end to be the episode title, the raid message. It will give you a bespoke thumbnail for the VOD, and you'll get 250 pennies. There'll also be some honourable mentions, which will get some consolation pennies. Speaking of bespoke thumbnails, that's a bespoke thumbnail for the Game Night On Demand channel. PersephoneShare.com/on demand, capital O, capital D. First D, anyway. And yeah, you can go back and catch up on any episodes of Game Night that you've missed all the way back to Season 1. And the episode title will get a lovely thumbnail. That's also part of the pack down. So yeah, normally it takes me 30 to 40 minutes after each stream to get everything in order. So apologies that I missed the penny bank last week. Or on Thursday. So yes, you can go catch up, and if you are watching on the YouTube channel, please do like and subscribe, because it helps the algorithm mean that I generate people towards YouTube. So go and check it out. Game Night on Demand. Final reminder not to use Google or search engines or LLMs or encyclopedias or anything else to help you get to the answers. That's called cheating, and we don't allow it to this community. If you're caught, you'll be banned. So yeah, that's about everything in terms of housekeeping. 33 players. Yes, and click the bell for notifications, that as well. I need to do a call to action on the overlay at some point. God, that'd be so annoying, wouldn't it? Right, Universal Controller is what you need, 0.9.1. We're still on version 9 for now. Version 10 will be coming out when Picture This gets its full and final release. Room code for this game, LTNG. I am going to give you 30 seconds to come and join, and then our war will begin. Like, comment, and subscribe. Large language models is LLM, but ChatGPT basically. Don't use any of that to Google the answer. Treat it like a pub quiz, if you will, where you except you're on a team of one. Yeah, leave your phones at the door. Right, I think that's long enough. It is 8:15. That time it is just about done. Work code and giving him masters to it. Oh, I could mean that. That's the other thing it could mean. So this is Bidding War. It's been written by JR. It's been proofed by Stimson's Angle. Let's lock you in and begin the game. Okie dokie. So we have got 33 players, and as I hover over your podia, you will see your avatar will appear. You probably won't see the mouse because I don't capture the mouse on that screen. So you're just sort of seeing yourselves flashing very briefly. Oh, how exciting. So, Bidding War. 4 rounds in this game. Typically renowned as one of the tougher games on the roster, but let's see if you agree. Let's go to round number 1. Here's how to play.
Round 1. Opening Gambits.
So, in Opening Gambits, you are... flashing very briefly. You're going to be shown 5 questions. Before each question, a category will be shown. How confident you are on that category will determine your bid. Bid from 1 to 3 points. 1 if you're not very confident, 3 if you are very confident, 2 if you're not quite sure. Up to a maximum of your current score. Abstention causes a default bid of 1, and you've got 8 seconds to place each of your bids. You'll then be shown a question on that category. Get it right, you win your bid. Get it wrong, you lose your bid. I've given you all 10 points just to start you off. You've got 15 seconds to answer each question, and if you run out of points, you will be eliminated from the game. Which means there's 15 points up for grabs in this first round. Could take you up to 25, but could also potentially eliminate you. So, that's how to play. Well, let's go to our first question of the game, and the category is this.
Get ready for the category. The category is biology.
Biology is where we're starting.
Time.
Okay, bids are in. Quite a few high bids in there.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. In which organ of the human body would you find alveoli? Which organ of the human body would you find alveoli?
Time.
Really nice, easy start. It's the lungs. Yes, the alveoli. Are they the little air sacs that help you breathe? I have a feeling they are. Tiny balloon-like air sacs located at the very end of the bronchioles in your lungs. Wrong answers there include heart, esophagus, ears. No answer from Colin. And my personal favourite from McCringle, aka Bungle up there. Oh, it's McBungle. Yeah, nipple. Nipple is not the way. Well done if you got some points there. Bad luck if you've lost them. Let's go on to question number 2. Category is...
Get ready for the category. The category is US states.
US states. Welcome on into the stream, Riff, as well. Good to have you with us. Alveoli with some Mariada sauce. Alveoli and the chipmunks, indeed.
Get ready for the question.
US states, here's your question. Which US state name is the only one with 1 syllable?
Time.
Just the 3 wrong answers there, and a couple of abstentions. Maine is the answer. All the other ones have got 2 or more wrong answers. Big game for Iowa. That's got 3. Flyball going for Utah, that's got 2. And Bungle going for balls, which does have 1 syllable, but regrettably is not a US state. That was the impossible answer, unfortunately. Well done if you got some points. Not the way I pronounce it. What? How would you pronounce Iowa with 1 syllable? I've no idea. Let's go on. Question number 3. Category coming in.
Get ready for the category. The category is animals.
Animals.
Time.
Okay, bids locked in.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. A palomino is a horse with a gold coat and what colour mane? JR, second opinion?
Time.
Because the answer I've got down on the card is white. White. We did accept silver, ivory, cream, and flaxen, and I'm just going to JR for a second opinion on an answer that I might need to condone. Yeah, I was thinking so. It's broadly in the right ballpark, and I suppose it depends on the light. So we are also going to allow grey, which Tiggo said down there we are going to allow grey. I think this is round 1. And someone up in the top also, who I can't see behind the shapes, also going for grey. Blonde, brown, black, grey's been condoned, yellow, brown, black, black. All of those are incorrect answers, unfortunately. My palette is covered in mud. Yeah, but the main is... Yeah, no, I'm not going to allow that, I'm afraid. Well done if you got some points. On we go, category number 4.
Get ready for the category. The category is cars.
Cars. 1, 2, or 3. Oh yeah, I'm drinking lager tonight.
Time.
Staropramen, which is from the Czech Republic. Very tasty it is.
Get ready
as
for
well.
the question.
Okay, question on cars. What does the M stand for in the automotive brand MG?
Time.
That's a tough question in round 1. Not many getting it. It's Morris. It stands for Morris Garages. A lot of people going for motors, possibly confusing it with GM, which is obviously the other way around, and it's General Motors. But Morris Garages is what we know. You've never heard of an MG? I got an MG. I drive an MG. I've got an MG ZS is the car that I drive, not the electric version, the typical petrol version. But yes, and it was a vintage model now, MGB, MG Midget and stuff. They're nice cars, although MGBs all tend to be made of bits of other MGB. Motors, Munich, Morgan, Motor, Mini, Motors, Sharona. Motors, Motor, Moles, Motor, Machine, Manchester, and Motion. All of those are incorrect. Unfortunately, you're going to lose some points. One more question in this round. Let's take a look at the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is board games.
Board games. Claire, Jack, Happy, welcome to the stream, all 3 of you. You're doing well.
Time.
Okay, bids locked in, and here is the
Get
question.
ready for the question.
Which chess grandmaster lost Deep Blue in 1997?
Time.
That's Gary Kasparov is the answer. A couple of lucky spell checks coming in there. We've got an extra B in one of those, but it has gotten through and it's phonetically plausible. Wrong answers there. Fisher, Darren Brown, and Mike. And a couple of non-responses there as well. Yeah, so in the 44th move of the first game of their second match, a bug in Deep Blue's code led it to enter an unintentional loop, which it exited by taking a randomly selected valid move. Kasparov didn't know this and mistook it for deep positional play. Isn't that fun? When it's not a bug, it is now a feature of Deep Blue. Very well done if you got some points out of that.
Round 1.
That is the end of round 1. No casualties so far in this war. And we have got a maximum for Sam and Ralph, both of them on 25. I really should debug that because I'm having to look at the podia very, very quickly here. Down at the other end, Bungle down on 4, Pyro on 5. Still hope, but got a bit of work to do as we go into round 2.
Round 2. Top Gun.
It's Top Gun. You're going to face 10 questions. Gameplay is the same as round 1, except the maximum bid will increase by 1 with each question, starting at 5. So 1 to 5 on the first question, 1 to 6 on the second, 1 to 7 on the third, and so on. Additionally, the fastest high bidder to answer correctly is granted passage to round 3. If the fastest high bidder has already been granted passage, passage will be granted to the next fastest high bidder. High bids take priority over speed when ordering. What this means is not only do you have to bid depending how confident you are on the question, but you've also got to think you need to bid higher to basically maximize your chances of getting through. Typically in this round, for the first 5 or 6 questions, it's maximum bidders who are getting passage. Not always, but most of the time. So you've always got to bear that in mind, but also keep an eye on your score, because if you run out of points, you will be eliminated. Or indeed, if you fail to obtain passage by the end of round 3, fail to obtain passage by the end of question 10, you will be eliminated from the game as well. So the 33 of you here, by the end of this round, we will have lost 23 of you, and 10, possibly more than 23, but at least 10 of you will be making it through to round 3. So, the higher you bid, the more chance you have. Bid high, get it right, and be fast. Those are your 3 keys here. Very best of luck. Here is your first category.
Get ready for the category. The category is musicals.
Musicals.
Time.
Bids locked in. There's a few 5s dotted around amongst there. Let's see how you get on with
Get ready for
this.
the question.
Which was the first Andrew Lloyd Webber musical to be adapted into a film in 1973?
Time.
Starting with a pretty tough one there. Well done if you got this. It's Jesus Christ Superstar. Every time I look at you, I don't understand. Great show, actually. One of Andrew Lloyd Webber's better musicals. It's sort of rock opera, is I suppose how you classify it. And there are some really, really good songs in there. Some very clever music. It's not just typical Lloyd Webber, which is just a rip-off of Puccini. It's actually very clever. Now, wrong answers. Evita, Phantom, Cats, West Side Story, that was Bernstein. Cats, Beauty and the Beast, I don't think that was Lloyd Webber. That was Harold, what's his name? Menken. Alan Menken did the music for that. Lupango for Joseph. Has there been a film version of Joseph? I don't know if there has. Sound of Music. That was not Kander and Ebb. Rodgers and Hammerstein was Sound of Music. Phantom, Joseph. Starlight Express. That's one I saw in the West End. Starlight Express. Again, I don't know that that's been made into a film. Vita, Cat, Sound of Music, Phantom, and that's all she wrote. So, we have got our first casualty of the war. Bungle. It's a wrong answer, and I'm afraid you have been eliminated.
Mac Bungle, you have been eliminated.
So, of the correct players, we're looking for the ones who bid highest and were fastest. I can tell you, the top 5 all bid the maximum of 5. Third fastest was Shapes in 7.85. Second fastest was Happy in 7.01. And the fastest, and gaining passage to round 3, was...
Passage has been granted to Clive, with a bid of 5 and a response time of 6.26 seconds.
Well done, Clive. 6.26 seconds with the maximum bid. You are through to round 3, assuming you can keep your points. Remember, you are still in live play, so you've still got to bid, you've still got to answer. If you just sit out for the next 9 questions, you're just going to lose 9 points. So keep building that score, because you do want as high a score as possible going into the next round. On we go. Category number 2, take a look.
Get ready for the category.
Score, welcome to the stream.
The category is 21st century literature.
21st century literature. Bidding up to 6.
Time.
Okay, again, we've got a handful of 6s in there.
Get ready for the
See what you
question.
make of this. In which country do Stieg Larsson's Millennium Trilogy novels take place? That happens to us all, Tiggo. Time. The answer was Sweden. There was one phonetically plausible answer that came in quite early from 8 Minky. When I can find you, where have you gone, Mr. Minky? There you are. Swedeny. Yeah, I can see what you're getting at there. Lots of alternative Fennoscandian countries coming in. Norway, very popular. The Netherlands, Germany, Italy, Finland, Denmark, Bulgaria, Japan, Russia, Norway. Unfortunately, all of those are incorrect. We have got another player due for elimination. Unfortunately, Apodo, you're out of points and out of the game. Thank you for playing, but your war is over.
Apodo, you have been eliminated.
So, top 5, once again, they all bid the maximum of 6. Third place was BC in 3.08. Second place was 8 Minky in 2.95. And the fastest in getting passage to round 3 was...
Passage has been granted to Jack, with a bid of 6 and a response time of 2.38 seconds.
That's rapid, Jack. 2.38 seconds. Very well done indeed. Passage has been granted. Do keep in the game, though, because you want to maximise your score. On we go. Category number 3. Take a look at this.
Get ready for the category. The category is phobias.
Phobias. Irrational fears.
Time.
No, it's good, Jack. Good speed. Right, bids in. Again, quite a few sevens
Get
in
ready
here.
for the question.
So fingers on devices. Ombraphobia is the fear of what weather phenomenon?
Time.
And that is time. Not as many getting this as I thought would. It's rain or rainfall. It's not to be confused with umbraphobia, which is fear of shadows. But ombro comes from the Greek word for rain. Now, it's intense, irrational, and persistent fear. It is specifically rain. I'm just going to look up if storms has its own thing. Now, that's astrophobia or brontophobia. Thunder and lightning, which means the brontosaurus is probably the lightning lizard, which is kind of fun. So I'm not going to allow anything else, because you did have the specific weather clue in there as well. Thunder, clouds, storm, fog, eclipse, thunderstorms, tornado, clouds, lightning, sunlight, eclipse, clouds, lightning, thunder, clouds, thunderstorm, rainbow, which does contain rain but is not the answer, fog, rainbows, lightning, clouds, thunder, eclipse, and clouds. So yeah, there we go. It's not irrational. Yeah, thunder and lightning is very, very frightening. Me, Galileo. So we've got a couple of eliminations here. Unfortunately, Shadowmane and Stilgar. Shadowmane going for lightning, and Stilgar going for something else. Where are you, Stilgar? Clouds. Again, right ballpark, but unfortunately not close enough. Thank you for playing, but your war is over.
Shadowmane, Stilgar, you have been eliminated.
So, again, the top 5 all bid the maximum of 7. Third place was Flyboy, 6.89 seconds. Zeus was second, 4.69 seconds. Nice. And fastest player going through to round 3 was...
Passage has been granted to Alex War, with a bid of 7 and a response time of 4.28 seconds.
Alexander the Hurt, aka Schrodinger's dog, 4.28 seconds and a maximum bid of 7 gets you passage to the next round. Keep playing, because you're still in live play and you want to maximize your points going through the next round. Very well played. Let's go on to question number 4. Here's your category.
Get ready for the category.
And if you've been eliminated, you can still play.
The category is poetry.
Poetry. Yes, we have got a lobby medal, so do keep playing. But you're just playing for total correct answers at this point. So, bid of 8 is the maximum.
Get ready for the question.
Let's see what you've gone for. Which fictional beast is slain with a vorpal blade in Lewis Carroll's nonsense poem?
Time.
It's the Jabberwock. We did accept variations including the Jabberwocky and with or without the article. But we didn't accept anything else. There's a few other Lewis Carroll things coming in here. Snark, I think Hunting of the Snark was Edward Lear, wasn't it? That was a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire question from like Judith Keppel's run. I think Snark was Edward Lear. Matt Sprat, Wabberjack, very close, but I think that's something different. Blundersnatch is a wonderful word, which I'm going to use, and it should have a definition if it doesn't have one already, Saphira, but I can't allow it. Boostropheden, Dragon, and Minotaur. All of those are incorrect, and you're going to lose some points. Oh, it's Wabberjack Elder Scrolls. Ah, I should know that. I've played Skyrim to death. We've lost another player, Pyro Pygmy. I'm afraid you're out of points and your war is over.
Pyro, you have been eliminated.
Blundersnatch. No, Bandersnatch is a Black Mirror thing, but Blundersnatch is something new. Now, not all of the top 5 bid the maximum. The top 4 certainly did. Third place was BC, 5.84 seconds. Second place was Shapes, 4.59 seconds. And our fastest player with a bid of 8 was...
Passage has been granted to Sam, with a bid of 8 and a response time of 3.13 seconds.
Just over 3 seconds. Well played, Sam. You're through to the next round. Do keep playing the game. You are in live play, and you need to try and maximise your score, but keep it above 0. Into the halfway point. Question number 5. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is Geography.
Geography. And Jack possibly setting a record for fastest bid there. 0.17 seconds was the recorded time it took Jack to press the number 2.
Get ready for the question.
Up to a maximum of 9 then. Here's your question. Ulaanbaatar is the capital and largest city of which Asian country? Oh, did you? Maybe you've been late last time then and it registered. I don't know. That's very odd. Mongolia was the answer we were after there, but you got it right, Jack, with a bit of 2, and you weren't the fastest. So I think possibly you clicked on the screen to focus on the app and it's taken it as a click. But yeah, it was 0.17 seconds at my end. Mongolia is the answer. Wrong answers there. India, Uzbekistan, and Cambodia. I'm afraid you're going to lose your points. No eliminations this time, but let's update the scores. And to our top 5, all of the top 5 again bid the maximum of 9. Oni was third, 2.38 seconds. Riff was second, 2.31 seconds. And the fastest player with a bid of 9 was...
Passage has been granted to Nando, with a bid of 9 and a response time of 1.76 seconds.
Bloody fast, Nando. 1.76 seconds. Sub 2. To not just parse the question, but type it out and press enter. And without any typos, absolutely perfectly. That is bloody quick. Very well done indeed. Keep playing the game though, Nando. You've got a healthy advantage at the moment. You have got the highest score of all players with Passage. You haven't got the highest score in the game. I think that belongs to Zeus at the moment with 45. Just checking in at the halfway point. But Zeus does not yet have Passage. He's got 5 questions with which to do it. Slight advantage possibly with Zeus because he's got more points to wager, and of course the maximum bid is going up rather sharply. Lingomaniac, welcome to the stream. Well, not sharply, progressively, but the next question, the maximum bid will be 10. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is Children's Movies.
Children's Movies, bidding up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Time.
13 players bidding the maximum of 10 there, by the looks of it. So, fingers on devices.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. What is the name of the protagonist of the 1998 Pixar film A Bug's Life?
Time.
That is time. It's Flick. It's spelled F-L-I-K. We did allow F-L-I-C-K, but I didn't have F-L-I-C on the answers. And I did see at least one of those come in, which I am going to condone. And only as well with the extra bracket at the end. This is right next to the enter key. And Ape going for Flick with just a C. Everything else, I think, is incorrect there. Monty, Anthony, Zed, Alex, Leaf Red, Lou, Mr. Bug, Flicker from Riff Raccoon, very close, but I don't think that's phonetically plausible enough with the extra on the end. Pass, Pick, Jumbo Colin, and Dave. All of those are incorrect answers, unfortunately. It does mean, sadly, we've got 2 more players due for elimination. Saphira and AB Me are out of points, and I'm afraid your war is over.
Saphira, upon 208, you have been eliminated.
So the top 4 bid the maximum on that one. Zeus was 4th in 7.05. Lupine 3rd, 2.98 seconds. Ape was 2nd in 2.66. And my goodness gracious me, it is very close between 2 and 1. Fastest player, just 0.03 seconds faster, was...
Passage has been granted to Greedy with a bid of 10 and a response time of 2.63 seconds.
2.63 seconds, 0.03 seconds ahead of 8 Ninky, but it just came in. Must have been a frame earlier. But Green Day, very well done. You have gotten passage to the next. Greedy, what's got you Greedy from now on? That's how so many names came about. Clivy and Toot, I think, both names came about because of Emily's mispronunciation in Bidding War. So that's fun. Good. Right, we are 6 questions deep. We've got 4 to go. And still quite a lot of players in the game, and quite a lot of players with decent points as well. But remember, points is only half the battle. We are dropping like flies slightly, but we've got 4 questions, 4 spaces left. Clive has a little bit to worry about. Likewise, Jack, they have got passes, but they've got low scores. So let's see if they can turn it around as we go to question number 7. Here's your category.
Get ready for the category. The category is 80s music.
80s music. Maximum bid is 11 here. Not as many, but quite a few still bidding 11.
Get ready for the question.
Here is your question. Which singer and songwriter was born Patricia May Andrzejewski?
Time.
Hit me with your best shot. That's the only song I know by Pat Benatar. And I only know that from Guitar Hero. Pat Benatar was the answer. Tough question, that one. Wrong answers. Tina Turner, Blondie, Patricia Cass, Sue, Madonna. Zeus going for Pat Blank. Unfortunately, house rule, you need the surname. First name on its own isn't enough. Candy Staton, Enya Cher, Prince, Madonna, Belinda Carlisle, O'Connor, Patti Smith, and Pat A. Unfortunately, those are all wrong answers. We've again got some casualties here. Brig, Colin, Conradlac, thank you for playing, but I'm afraid your war is over.
Brig, Colin, Bidrad, you have been eliminated.
So, only 3 correct answers from players who haven't already got passage. I'll just go through them for you. 3rd place, Rack, with a bid of 3 in 6.85 seconds. Was the fastest of the 3 non-qualified correct answers, but didn't bid high enough. Happy was 2nd with a bid of 4 in 14.17. But with the only player to get it right with a bid of 8, passage has been granted to...
Passage has been granted to Cola, with a bid of 8 and a response time of 12.82 seconds.
Well done, Cola. 12.82 seconds. Slow and steady wins the race. Wasn't even the maximum bid, actually. The maximum bid there was 11. I think I said it was the maximum. It wasn't, but 8 is enough to get your passes there. Cola, very well done. So, with 3 questions to go, this is all looking rather scary. Zeus, Ben, Happy, Flyboy, and Ice Tim to a lesser extent. Big-ish points, but you've got to get a correct answer fastest with a high bid. Let's see what the next question brings. Category number 8. Here it is.
Get ready for the category. The category is sport.
Sport. I'm seeing lots of 12s coming in here. Could be a few players going all in on this one. Here is the question.
Get ready for the question.
Which sport increased the size of its balls in the year 2000 to decrease the speed of play for television broadcast?
Time.
It's table tennis. Table tennis. We did accept ping pong. Sadly, we didn't accept regular tennis. I know it's got tennis in the name, but it is a different sport, unfortunately. So, yeah, a couple of tennises there, 4 tennises. Golf, squash, snooker, tennis, cricket, tennis, snooker, tennis. All the tennises are incorrect, but table tennis or ping pong. I did when I did second eyes on this pack after export, Jack, whether to put whiff waff in as a variant. Nobody has said it blissfully, but I probably should have done. We played whiff waff instead. Boris Johnson is never correct. It does mean we've got some casualties, and including one player who had already qualified. They've not been able to maintain a positive score, so unfortunately we're going to lose them from the game. 8 Minky, Clive a legend. Your war is over.
Clive, 8 Pip, you have been eliminated.
8 Pip. That's very funny. So it means we are only going to have 9 players in the next round, which means we're going to have a maximum of 7 questions in round 3 rather than 8. It can happen in this game. Top 5. Only the top 2 bid the maximum. I'll go through them. Prudes with a bid of 3 in 12 seconds. Ice Tim with a bid of 10 in just under 8 seconds. Oni in third with a bid of 10 in 5.86 seconds. Also not the fastest, Oni, even if you had bid 2 higher. You weren't the fastest. Second place, maximum bid of 12. 13.45 seconds was Zeus. And in 5.76 seconds with the maximum bid of 12, passage goes to...
Passage has been granted to Riff, with a bid of 12 and a response time of 5.76 seconds.
5.76, very well done, Riff. You have now got 2 more opportunities to qualify for round 3. The maximum bid is 13, and I think the majority of players are going to be unable to bid that high. Happy certainly can, Zeus can, Tim can, who's that? Oni can, Flyboy can, and Prugs can. Everybody else, you're going to have to bid what you can, or maybe wait for question 10. Let's see what the category brings. Here's category 9, bidding up to 13.
Get ready for the category. The category is politics.
Politics.
Time.
And that is time. A few 13s in there. Our player's going to live to regret it.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. Who was the last European head of state to be executed after being removed from power?
Time.
I am going to be generous with the spelling on this because it's Nicolae Ceausescu, former Romanian dictator, was executed on December the 25th, 1989. December the 25th. Merry Christmas, I'm afraid you're dead. Yeah, a great Christmas present, that. Let me go through, because there's some very close answers. Franco is wrong. I don't flaming know is wrong. Marie Antoinette. BC, where are you? Ben, yeah. Ceausescu. I'll call that phonetically plausible. Jack as well, our deputy political editor. Phonetically plausible. Mussolini. Tiggo as well, go for Ceausescu. Where are you, Tiggo? Down there. Yeah, close enough for me. Mussolini, Antoinette, Charles, Antoinette, bunch of letters, de Gaulle, Louis XVI, and Cola. Yeah, go on. Close enough for my liking. So a few being condoned there. Have we got any eliminations? Yes, we have. That was a tough question. I was expecting a few eliminations here, and we have got 6 of them, although I have condoned 2 of them. So, unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye to Lupine, Rack, Matt the Sprat, and Shapes. Jack and Tiggo I condoned, would have been eliminated otherwise. But unfortunately, for Lupine, Rack, Matt, and Shapes, I'm afraid your war is over.
Ralph, L, Matt, Shapes, you have been eliminated.
So, only 3 players got the right answer who haven't already qualified. And I can tell you they did not all bid the maximum. Third was Tiggo, 11.31 seconds with a bid of 1. Second was Flyboy with a bid of 7 in 7.56 seconds. That was the fastest of the 3 answers, but it was not the highest bid. The highest bid was a maximum. It was 13 in 9.44 seconds, and getting passage to round 3 is...
Passage has been granted to Ben, with a bid of 13 and a response time of 9.44 seconds.
Well done, Ben. 9.44 seconds. Another slow and steady winning the race there, particularly on a tricky one to spell. You have just snuck into getting passage. And with one question to go, this is most interesting. Happy on 30, Zeus on 43, Flyboy on 28. These are all big scores, but they don't have passage yet. Only one of them can get passage. It might not be any of them. If they're all wrong, it will go to the high bidder of whoever hasn't got through. So if you're not through yet, your best strategy is probably to go all in at this point and hope for the best. Very best of luck. Here is the final question of the round.
Get ready for the category. The category is Baroque music.
Baroque music.
Time.
And there's your time. A lot of players all in here. I got the last one right. Here's your question. Zadok the Priest was composed by which German-British composer for the coronation of King George II in 1727?
Time.
Zadok the Priest and Nick. Great piece of music. Conducted it. One of the only pieces I've conducted with an orchestra. Georg Friedrich Handel was the answer. We did accept Handel on its own, or GF Handel as he's more commonly known. And I will also accept Handel spell L-E at the end. Different name. Handel with an L-E. Is what we wanted. Grieg and Wagner were amongst the wrong answers there. You're going to lose points. Fetz, I'm afraid, going for Wagner and going all in. I'm afraid your war is over.
Fetz, you have been eliminated.
So, there's a few players to choose from, and I can tell you, there is a top 5, and they all bid the maximum. 5th place. Happy, 9.75 seconds. 4th place, Zeus, 4.53 seconds. 3rd place, Flyboy, 4.48 seconds. 2nd place, Ice Tim, 3.18 seconds. The fastest player was sub 3 seconds, bidding 14 in 2.93 seconds. The last place goes to...
Passage has been granted to Proogs, with a bid of 14 and a response time of 2.93 seconds.
Out of nowhere, Proogs comes and steals the last spot. Very well done, Proogs. You are through to round 3. And it does mean everybody else who has not gained passage, I'm afraid you are about to be summarily executed. We have to say goodbye to Happy, to Claire, to Zeus on a massive 57 there, but just couldn't get a fast enough answer in. To Oni, to Flyboy, to Ice Tim, and to Tiggo down on the front row. I'm afraid you've not gotten passage by the end of the round, and your war is over.
End of round 2.
And so, round 2 concludes, and we have 9 warriors from 33 down to 9. Cola, Ben, Sam, Jack, Nando, Green Day, Riff, Proogs, and Alex. You are our final 9 warriors. If you have been eliminated, don't forget you can still continue in the behind the scenes game. There is a lobby medal available for the most questions correct, and of course you're playing for pennies along the way, so do stay and join in with the remainder of the quiz. Not a Cat, Zeus, Woollyback, Opsimat, and Tim, welcome all of you to the stream, and let's take a look at the rules for round 3.
Round 3. Survival of the fittest.
Jack, everybody should go all in on the first question. I will also do that. Press X to doubt. Survival of the fittest. You will face up to 8 questions. Gameplay is identical to round 1, and the bid range is now unlimited, with the default minimum bid of 5. If you're fewer than 5 points, your bid will default to your total points. At the end of each question, the player or players with the lowest score will be eliminated. Play will continue until only 2 players remain, and in the event multiple eliminations on a single question results in fewer than 2 players remaining, a player or players with the highest total correct count will be brought back for the final. That's another reason to keep answering in the wing, because there is a very slim chance you could be brought back if everyone eliminates themselves, or you know, if we end up with a situation where, yeah, there's no one left at the end, or only one left at the end through how players bid. This is the most strategic round of the lot. Jack, you are starting in peril. You currently have the low score. Now I understand why Jack wanted everyone to go all in. It suddenly makes sense. Jack has the lowest score. He's got to try and not have the lowest score by the end of the question. Take a look at the scores of the other players. Decide what you're going to do. Very best of luck. Here is the first category.
Get ready for the category. The category is food and drink.
Food and drink.
Time.
Bids in. A couple of 20s in there. Jack is all in but one.
Get ready for the question.
Sound strategy. Here's your question. Wakame, tengusa, and mozuku are varieties of which Japanese foodstuff?
Time.
That's time. Start with the tough one. There's seaweed. We accepted nori, kelp, or brown algae, but not sashimi, not cheese, noodles, rice, sushi, yakisoba, beef, or sushi. What is yakisoba? It's the only one there I don't know. Oh, it's a dish. It's a fried noodle dish made with buckwheat flour and soba noodles. Very delicious. Right, let's update the podia. Most of us getting that wrong. Just Nando getting it right. Let's update and see what that's done to the scores. Everyone bidding a bit cautiously. Jack didn't quite go all in, but he has still got the lowest score after that question. Jack, thanks very much for playing, but your war is over.
With a score of 1, Jack, you have been eliminated.
And the game goes on.
Greedy, you are in peril.
Greedy, you are in peril. That's why instructions were clear. They certainly were, Jack. It doesn't sound like no one's... It's like in DEF CON when everyone says, nobody raise, and then somebody does. Right, Green Day, you've got to not have the low score by the end of the question. I think you know what your best strategy is. Possibly, possibly not. You might not want to go all in, because if someone else goes all in and gets it wrong, then you could, last another question. Lots of strategies to think about. Oh no, you're going to have to go all in because the minimum's 5. Oh well. Category.
Get ready for the category. The category is astronomy.
Astronomy. That's exactly what it was, Jack. It would have been a completely different game had you not clicked so quick.
Time.
Indeed, a default bid of 4 for Green Day there.
Get ready for the question.
Quite conservative bids elsewhere. Here's your question. The Horsehead Nebula can be found in which constellation?
Time.
That's time. A few more getting this. It's Orion. We also accepted Orion's belt of Orion, the Three Kings or the Three Sisters. Various names in different parts of the world, I guess. Wrong answers. Couple going for Sagittarius, Ursa Major a wrong answer, and Taurus a wrong answer. Green Day, of course, all in on that question, is going to lose the maximum. Let's update the podia. And it is Taurus. Cola pulling away a little bit. Still going to be in peril on the next question, but managing to double up there. Unfortunately, Green Day, you've hit 0, and your war is over.
With a score of 0, Greedy, you have been eliminated.
Greedy.
Cola, you are in peril.
To be fair, Alexander, that's probably what I would have guessed. I wouldn't have known that, but would have likely guessed Orion. So Cola with 13. Next closest ahead of you is Sam with 18. What are you going to bid? What is Sam going to bid? What is everyone else going to bid? There's been conservative bids so far. No one's been all in apart from by default with Green Day on that last question. Let's see what the next category brings. Good luck.
Get ready for the category.
And yes, you would have been out anyway though, Green Day.
The category is computing.
Computing.
Time.
Cola is not going all in. Sam is going all in.
Get ready for the question.
Let's see what happens. What does the I in GIF stand for?
Time.
Wondering if you got this. It's not as obvious as it sounds. It's interchange. Graphics interchange format. Yes, I smell a trick, says Not a Cat. Not image, not information, not integrated either. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, it's having a little hiccup. Gravelly interchange. Fuck. Let's update the scores. Sam was all in, but he did get it right. He was confident, and he was right to be. He's got the right answer. Cola, you were in peril, and you remain on the lowest score. You've got 4. It's a great run, but unfortunately your war is over.
With a score of 4, Cola, you have been eliminated.
Now.
Nando, you are in peril.
Nando, you are in peril with 10. Next closest to you is Alex down at the bottom right with 16. Decide what you're going to play, Nando. Alex, you might want to think about what you're going to play as well, because there's then a bit of a gap up to the next scores. Let's take a look at our next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is military.
Military.
Time.
Very cautious bids here, but Nando has gone all in.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. Which branch of the United States military has the motto Semper Paratus?
Time.
It's a tough one. No one's got it right here. There were a smattering in the background. Happy, Tim, Conrad, Lack and Stilgar getting Coast Guard. Semper Paratus means always ready. Semper Paratus. Always ready. That's oil. It's ours. So, Nando going all in. I think we know what that is going to mean because there were conservative bids elsewhere. And Nando, you have dropped down Paratroopers, Air Force, US Navy, Air Force, and Air Force. Probably should have checked the answers before committing to that button, but here we are. Nando, you've dropped to 0 and your war is over.
With a score of 0, Nando, you have been eliminated.
So,
Alex War, you are in peril.
Alex War, you are in peril with 10. And there is a bit of a gap. You're going to have to hope that your other players are going high and getting it wrong, and that you are getting it right and all in. Doesn't look optimistic, but it's going to be a very interesting final 2 questions, if even whether you survive this or not, Alex. But let's take a look, see what you can do. Here's the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is toys.
Toys.
Time.
Alex has not gone all in here.
Get ready for the
somebody
question.
has. Riff is all in. Here's your question. Which toy's original patented name was the Whirligig?
Time.
No answer from Alex despite bidding 5. It was the Yo-Yo, patented in 1866. 2 of the players going for spinning top. Riff going for Etch-a-Sketch. Alex, rather bold. It's a bold strategy card, and let's see if it pays off for him. It has paid off for him because he only bid 5, and someone else who bid all in has gotten it wrong. Correct answer was Yo-Yo. Let's update the scores. And Riff, bidding 30 points there, went for Etch-a-Sketch. Unfortunately, has dropped to 0. That's below Alex. Alex survives 1 more question. And Riff, your war is over.
With a score of 0, Riff, you have been eliminated.
So for the second time,
Alex War, you are in peril.
Alex, you are in peril. Now, the other 3 players know that they don't need to bid much, okay? But they knew that last question as well. So it's up to you what you want to go for here, Alex. Sam on 43, Ben on 27, Proogs on 26. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is business.
Business.
Time.
The bids mean it is a foregone conclusion, Alex. We are going to lose you on this question.
Get ready
10,
for the
5,
question.
and 7 from Ben, Sam, and Proogs means you can't pass them. Question. Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Atari Inc., also founded which American restaurant chain?
Time.
If you're in the background getting this, is Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese Pizza, or Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time Theatre, to give it, I think, its full name. Category is Bee's Knees. Chuck E. Cheese, no one amongst our finalists getting it right. And, oh, goodness. Well, I'll come to the final three players in just a moment, but Alex, I'm afraid you delayed it for one question, but you can delay it no further. Thanks for playing, but your war is over.
With a score of 0, Alex War, you have been eliminated.
Jasons, welcome to the stream.
Ben, you are in peril.
And indeed, farewell bottom row. Ben now in peril, 2 points behind Prug. So, I'll just give you 10 seconds to have a think about what you want to bid here. Whether the best strategy is to go all in or not. Prug, you are ahead of Ben, but if Ben gets it right and you get it wrong, that is obviously going to be switched. So most of the pressure here is going to be on who gets it right and wrong. Sam is on 38. He is double second place in the shape of Prug's. So Sam can pretty much guarantee himself a final. Let's see what they do. Very best of luck. Here is the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
Time.
Prug's is all in but 1. Ben is just going for 5. Sam is going for 8.
Get ready for the question.
So it's not done yet. Here's your question. The chemical salicin found in the bark of the willow tree is a precursor to which common drug?
Time.
And that is time up. 2 of them getting it right. It was aspirin or acetylsalicylic acid. To give it its full name, which we also accepted. Sam and Prug's both getting it right, and Prug's with almost a double up there up to 37. Had Sam gotten that one wrong, then Prug's would actually have gone into the lead there, but Sam has managed to pick up his 8 points, going up to 46. Ben going for not a clue. He's going to lead. He only bid 5, so he's still got points on the board, but it is the low score. You were in peril, Ben, and you're the last man to fall before the final. Thank you very much for playing, but your war is over.
With a score of 12, Ben, you have been eliminated.
So,
end of round 3.
Sorry, Emily. End of round 3, and only 2 warriors remain. You are Prug's. You are through to the final, and you are going to be battling Sam. Sam will start with a slight advantage as the high scorer, 46 to Prug's 37. But it's only a 1 point advantage, and anything can happen in this final. Again, if you're playing in the background game, keep playing, because we could have up to 10 more questions this game, or it could be over in as few as 2. It's time to play Domination. It is not Saphira. We realised very early on in this game that it's very possible for some first place to have like 2,000 and second place to have 42. So having that disparity between the two scores, yeah, they mean nothing except initial control. Yeah, very American. Even if someone's got a massive advantage going into the final, you've still got to win the final. Here's how to play Domination.
Round 4. Domination.
So, the array shows 15 lit circles. The player who was ahead at the conclusion of round 3 has 8. The runner-up has 7. That's Sam and Prug's respectively. You're going to face up to 10 questions. Gameplay is the same as round 1. The bid range is 1 to 3 with a default bid of 1. Get it right, it swings the array in your favour. Get it wrong or abstain, it swings the array in your opponent's favour. If you've played Heist in Google That, it's kind of like that, except this came first. Both players' bids are going to be factored into the swing, meaning the maximum swing per question is 6. If you both go for 3, and one is right and one is wrong, whoever got it right will win 6 points, whoever got it wrong will lose 6 points. It's all represented by the pendulum, and there'll be a box chart on the screen to show the potential outcomes. First player to swing the array entirely to their colour will win the game, and if no winners emerged by the end of the final question, the player with the most lit circles will be the winner. That's why it's a slight advantage with Sam, so if we deadlock all the way through, then it will be Sam who will take the gold. So, gold and silver medals available for these two players. You're already guaranteed a gold or a silver medal And whoever gets the most questions in the lobby game will get that lobby medal. We've seen some very fast end games of this, but are we going to see another one tonight, or is it going to drag on and on? Fluffy, welcome to the stream. Good luck. Let's play. Here's your first question category.
Get ready for the category. The category is mythology.
No, it's not. It's mythology. Okay, semi-cautious for both players. They're both going for 2. Potential of deadlock here. Here's your question.
Get ready for the question.
Who is the Greek equivalent of the Roman god Apollo? Need an answer, Proofs. Thank you.
Time.
This is one of those quirky ones. It's Apollo. We double and triple checked this question. It's one of the only ones where it's the same name. Sam answering in barely 3 seconds, going for Mars, which would have been the Roman equivalent of whoever the god of war is. Kratos in Greek mythology. Whoever the god of war is. But yes, Mars is a Roman god, so it's always going to roll. Hermes is at least a Greek god, the messenger of the gods. Good guess, but unfortunately not the one. Mars and Aries, thank you, Ferds. Mercury would be Hermes. You both bid 2, you're both wrong, which means it's a deadlock. Next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is geography.
Geography.
Time.
Prude's on the aggressive here. We are going to have a change to the array after this one way or another.
Get ready for the
Prude's
question.
going for 3, Sam sticking with 2. Which Australian state is home to Australia's highest mainland mountain?
Time.
It's New South Wales. It's Mount Kosciuszko, which is 2,228 metres tall. And Sam's got it right. Prude's going for Northern Territory, which means that the shift is going to be in Sam's favour with a bit of 3 from Prudes and 2 from Sam. That is going to be a swing of 5 for Sam. So Prudes with just 2 lights left. But you can always swing back. Let's go to our next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is computing.
Computing. Prudes in bidding for 3
Time.
in under 1.5 seconds. Sam's to bidding 3 in under 2 seconds.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. What does the D stand for in the acronym DOS and MS-DOS?
Time.
It's disk, either with a K or a C. We did allow either. It's disk operating system. Sam's going for digital. No, it's very much not digital. DOS is going back a bit. And my, this just got interesting because with them both going for 3 and Prude's getting it right and Sam getting it wrong, we're swinging back the other way, and that's a swing of 6 in Prudes' favour. And just like that, Prudes is into the lead, and this final is hotting up. It is anyone's game, advantage now with Prudes. Let's go to our next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is natural phenomena.
Natural phenomena.
Time.
Again, Prudes on the aggressive. Sam just going for 2, Prudes for 3.
Get ready
Here's
for
your
the
question.
question.
The natives of which city use the phrase aqua alta to refer to the unusually high tide it experiences?
Time.
Oh! Sam, that just came in time, but it's a wrong answer. Sam going for Santiago. Prudes going for the correct answer of Venice, famously flooded city. And with Prudes bidding 3 and Sam bidding 2, it's another swing to Prudes, and this time for 5. And in the space of 2 questions, Proves has gone from having 2 lights left to being 2 lights away from victory. John, welcome to the stream. You've joined us. It is a roller coaster. You've joined us at a very critical moment in this game of Bidding War. Here is the next category.
Get ready for the category. The category is art.
Art. Switch of bids this time. Sam back on the aggressive with 3. Proves going for 2, slightly more defensive.
Get ready for the question.
Your question. The 1871 oil painting Arrangement in Grey and Black No. 1 is better known by what colloquial name?
Time.
Sam was the first player to answer here, and he's absolutely right. Whistler's Mother, Portrait of the Artist's Mother. James Abbott McNeill Whistler. I've known that ever since I saw Bean, the Ultimate Disaster movie in 1997. Quite a few players in the background game going for the Scream as well, Prue, so you're not alone, but it is not a right answer. And Sam is fighting back. He is not going to lie down and roll over just yet. With a bid of 3 from Sam and a wrong answer with 2 from Prues, it's a swing of 5 back to Sam. Whew. Whistler's Mama's got it going on. Oh, very good, very good. Prues, you still got a slight advantage, a 1-point advantage. I will tell you, we have had half of the potential questions. 5 questions in, potentially 5 to go. Here is the next one.
Get ready for the category. The category is video games.
Video games. I just lost a bet with myself.
Time.
I said Prues is going to bid 1. He hasn't. He's bid 2. Sam has bid 3.
Get ready for the question.
Your question. Which Square Enix RPG was released in Japan in 2012 with the subtitle Flying Fairy, and subsequently in Europe in 2013 and in the US in 2014 with the subtitle Where the Fairy Flies?
Time.
That's a tough one. I didn't expect either of you to know that one. It's Bravely Default, which I have to confess is a game I'd never even heard of. Subtitles are important to the plot of the game, and to say more would be a huge spoiler. If you want to play it today, the HD remaster is available on Steam, Xbox Series X, #JRSellsGames, which isn't in my notes, but I think he may have put that earlier on. Just 3 people in the background game getting that. Clive, Lupine, and Happy getting that correct. Now this is interesting because Sam was on the aggressive, bidding 3, Prugs bidding 2, which means they both lose their bids, but because of how they've been spread, that's actually a 1-point advantage to Prugs. Okay. Next question.
Get ready for the category. The category is foreign languages.
Foreign languages. A little more restraint from the players here. Sam going for 1, Prugs going for 2. Potential swings of 3.
Get ready for the question.
Here's your question. Which cartoon character is known as Topolino in Italian and Mihihiri in Finnish?
Time.
Mickey Mouse. Topolino is Italian for little mouse. Prue's going for Pinocchio. Not the only player to go for Pinocchio, but unfortunately not the answer. Now, with Sam just going for 1, but Prue's losing 2, it is going to be a swing of 3. It is going to be in Sam's favour. Sam goes back into the lead for the first time in about 5 questions, but is still very close, and there are 3 questions left. Let's take a look at the next one.
Get ready for the category. The category is history.
History.
Time.
Deadlock potential again, both players bidding 2. Let's take a look at the question.
Get ready for the question.
Which German diplomat, who was dismissed by Kaiser Wilhelm II in 1890, was nicknamed the Iron Chancellor?
Time.
Otto von Bismarck, who also had a plane named after him, I think, in the First World War. Served as Germany's first chancellor from 1871 to 1890. Was it a plane or was it a boat? Maybe the Bismarck was a boat. A big fucking boat. Like it was an aircraft carrier or something, possibly. Now, yes, a battleship. There we go. That's what I meant. Not an aircraft carrier. Prue's going for Hess. Sam getting the right answer. With those bids of 2, it's a swing of 4, and it's 4 in Sam's favour. Ah, yes, think the Bismarck. And we're right back where we were after question 2. Prue's with 2 remaining. He swung it back so that Sam had 2 remaining, and Sam has just pushed and pushed and pushed. There are 2 questions left. Let's see if Prue's can push back again. Here is category number 9.
Get ready for the category. The category is sporting achievements.
Sporting achievements. Both players very unsure here, just bidding the 1, which means we are going to go to question... Oh no, if Sam's right and Prue's is wrong, we could end it here. Here we go. Which tennis player won their last tennis Grand Slam tournament in Paris in 1999? This is bidding war, Optimats.
Time.
It's Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf was the answer. Navratilova is at least in the right sort of era, Sam, but not the one. Murray was about 19 then, so he would have been winning his last one at that point. He may have won his first around then, but yeah, Steffi Graf. Both bidding 1, both incorrect. That's a deadlock. Now, I'm not going to say anything about tactics here. I'm going to leave the players to fathom it for themselves. Kamikaze, welcome to the stream. There is 1 question remaining. Let's take a look at the category.
Get ready for the category. The category is metal music. Sam's
clocked it.
Time.
He's bid 1, which means Prue's cannot get it to the centre. It is Sam's game, but we're going to play it out for posterity. Here we go. Which 1968 song was the first to feature the words heavy metal in its lyrics? '14 in 1999. Born to be Wild was the answer. I hope we're not Googling things. We don't Google things when the game is live, Green Day. I'm sure you were just looking for a clarity of information, but it's just a general policy we have, even if we're not in live play. Wait till after the quiz before looking stuff up. That'd be grand. Born to be Wild is the answer. Sam's got it. Prue's go for the Ace of Spades. A good guess, and won it. Just a hell of a battle there. But he has done it properly. It's not a default victory. He has managed to push the array all the way round, taking 4 points on that last question. Oh, that was wild. It was Born to be Wild. A great set of questions. A lovely battle between Sam and Prue's. Prue's is going to take the silver medal. But we must take off our hats and give so many congratulations to Sam. You have won the war.
Congratulations to Sam. You have won the war.
Oh, all in your head? Okay, that's fine then, Green Day. I guess he was born in 1985? Something like that? 1987? He's a bit older than me, but not much older than me. Sam, there are your roses and your honourable picture, and the view that the arena is actually in the round. It goes all the way. There is a back to it as well. We do see it. Pruegs, you are denied your first bidding war gold, but you do get your first bidding war silver with that, and Sam takes his 8th gold bidding war medal. Very, very well done indeed. And what a great battle at the end there. Let's take a look at our final leaderboard. This is how it's arranged. Total correct answers in the left column, and the highest score you managed to attain in the live game in the right. If you joined late, you're given a default of 10. So that's the tiebreaker. McBungle, Apodo, Opsy, Toppy, Saphira, Pyro, Bidrad, Colin, L, Shadowmain, Brig, Jack, Claire, Ape, AVMe, Riff, Match, Stilgar, Fetz, Clive, Alex War, Green Day, Tiggo Eats Cheese, Shapes, Bloody Hell, Ralph, Ben, Nando, Flyboy, Cola, Tim in 5th, Happy in 4th, and it's Zeus who takes the lobby medal with 22 correct answers, the most of any player, including those in the final. Got to a maximum of 57. Also managed to attain the highest score in the lobby game, I believe. 57. Prug's taking the silver. 15 points in the... 15 correct answers, 41 points in the main game. Sam, 19 correct, and 46 was the highest in the main game. So Zeus, a really good run from Zeus there, out of, 5 plus 10 plus 7, 17, 22, and then we got to 32 questions. So Zeus dropping 10 questions, and they are tough questions in this game. Speaking of which, JR, thank you very much for a very entertaining pack of Bidding War, particularly that last round. Really, really well pitched, and a lot of back and forth, which I think is always a sign of a good pack, and not a single player in domination, as it were. And very many thanks to Stimpson for proofing it as well. Lovely stuff all round, and very well done to Sam. Right, friends, I'm going to just go and take a breath, get myself another beer. I'd encourage you to do the same. But don't go too far, because when we return, we have got the next heat of the drain. And I think this is going to be a bit of a doozy of one, because we have got Pyro versus JR versus Shapes versus Oni. We've got some statistical analysis courtesy of AB Me as well, which I'll be sharing with you before we get into that heat, because this is where the placements are going to start taking shape. It should be a good match, so please do come back for that in about 5 minutes' time. Coming up a bit later on as well, we've got Spotlight to round the night out, and of course the lottery draw at the end of the stream, so do stick around. But do take this opportunity, because it is still quite warm. Go get some more water, stay hydrated, or another beer, which is what I'm going to do. Stretch your legs, pop to the loo, get some more snacks if you like to snack during game night. And we will be back with heat number 8 of the drain in about 5 or 6 minutes' time. Thank you once again to JL for a lovely set of questions, to Stimson for proofing, and congratulations to Sam. You have won the war. Okay, let's get some bonus pennies in the chat. Sam won the war. It's going to be our bonus message. And yeah, just chill about it, Alex. I mean, the game will automatically pay them out unless there's a bug, which there isn't in Bidding War. So it'll do them in due course. It's just a bit of fun in the background. Don't need to lose sleep over it. Sam won the war for 119 pennies. Type it in now. They'll update when the time expires in about 70 seconds. I'm going to get a drink. You guys get yourselves comfortable. And if my players, that's Pyro, Oni, JR and Shapes, could make their way to the green room for sound testing with Lewis, I will ping you in a minute with the room code. Make sure you refresh your Unicons. And heat number 8 of the drain will continue when game night returns. Or will take place when game night returns. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. God, I need a continuity person. Welcome back to the second part of this evening's game night, where it is time for heat number 8 of the Drain. Hope you're all doing well. Managed to get some refreshment during that ad break, and yes, this is shaping up to be a very interesting heat, and I'll tell you why after we've met tonight's players. We've got Pyro. He is 37. He's a bus driver from Sheffield. Good evening, Pyro.
Hello, good evening, Ben.
How are you doing, my dude?
Oh, all good. Just way too warm. But
do you get air conditioning in your line of work?
um,
Just opening a window.
I would say some buses, it's open a window. Other buses, you turn it on, it blows hot air. It's like, oh, thank you very much for that.
Like turning the blowers on, like going to France in the late 90s with 4 children in a car that's made for 5 people. There, turn the blowers, not aircon, just turn the blowers on and it'll be fine. Here we are in the heat for heat number 8. Now, day 1 for you, Pyro, you had quite a good result. You finished up in 2nd place and picked up 7 points. How do you fancy your chances going into day 2?
All I can say is I'm against some scary, very formidable opponents. I think I've got lucky on my first heat. I'm not so sure I will be this time round.
Well, let's see how the questions fall. The very best of luck to you, Pyro, tonight.
Thank you very much.
We've also got JR. He's 34. He's a code monkey from North Hampshire in the UK. Good evening, JR.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Pleasure as always. Now, what distinguishes North Hampshire from regular Hampshire? Is it like North Dakota and South Dakota?
Location. No, it's
what determines that it's
just...
north? The location of it. Really?
The location of where I am.
JR coming with his the wise one has spoken, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, like Hampshire is quite large, so I thought
right.
I'd delineate exactly where.
Well, it's most appreciated. Now, JR, 5 points on day 1, 3rd place. Were you happy with that?
It was a good feel for how the format goes, but I'm not liking my chances, to be completely honest. All 3 of my opponents are incredible quizzes, and I'm happy to fill a space here, if nothing else.
Well, it's lovely to have you here, and wish you the very best of luck either way.
Cheers.
We've also got Shapes. He's 44. He's an admissions administrator from London. Good evening, Shapes.
Good evening.
Hope you are keeping well and keeping hydrated and not too warm. Now, as an admissions administrator, what does that entail?
That is basically the person who works in, well, a university in my case, handles applications when they come in, make sure that they get seen by the right members of the academic staff, and then when the members of academic staff return those to us, we then tell everybody what the outcome is.
And does your proximity to a higher education institute, do you think that has a bearing on your ability as a quizzer? Do you think you've sort of picked up extra information from osmosis?
You're very quiet. I didn't catch all of that.
Oh, am I? I will try that again then.
Relative to everybody else, you are.
Okay.
I've got you on 160%.
I've just boosted you to 200% at my end because you were a bit quiet for me. But if I boost my mic just a smidge, hopefully that's not too deafening for you.
That sounds better.
Good, we'll go with that. Yes, proximity to university. Do you think it improves your general knowledge?
Ooh, well, so long as it's things relating to economics.
Oh, is
this is the reason why every time you mention not to use LLMs, it gets me very confused.
Are you by any chance at a university that specialises in economics?
Yes.
I thought you might. We'll leave it at that for fear of doxing you. Now, Shapes, a good performance on day 1. You picked up the maximum 10 points. Obviously, that puts you in a good position going into day 2. How do you like your chances tonight?
Oh, God, it's a completely new game, completely new start. Got to start right from the beginning this time because there were a few hairy moments last time.
Well, we'll see what happens, because of course you're not the only player with a maximum score on day 1 here, and we'll meet the other one in just a second, so those high scores and low scores could be impactful as well. We wish you the very best of luck tonight, Shapes.
Thank you.
And our 4th player is Alex. He's 35. He's a bit of a mess from the grey bit of the UK. Good evening, Alex.
Evening.
Lovely to have you here. It's going to boost your volume a smidge as well. Now, the grey bit. Did we talk about the grey bit last time?
No, I opened a can and it all spilt over.
That was it. Now, if memory serves, you had a very, very intense day 1, which came a little bit down to the wire at one point.
Every single game, every single one of those rounds, I was the last person to get through. And it was round 2 against Stinson's and round 3 against Ralph. All of the points were on the table.
Very scary. Does that mean you've probably answered more questions than the rest of them? Possibly.
Yeah. Thing is, I get them quick because I know how quick some of these buzzers are, but quite often it does trip me up, you know.
Well, you've got 10 points in the bag already, and we'll see what you can come out with tonight.
I've done the thing I wanted to do. It's just that this game is. If I'm at first here, fine. If I get 3rd, great. If I get 2nd, okay, brilliant. I really want that double. I really want that funny though.
It would be nice. Well, we'll find out in just a few minutes. The very best of luck to you, Alex.
Thanks, mate.
So, just to give you a bit of statistical analysis, and again, very many thanks to AB Me for doing this analysis. Following our first 2 players on day 2, because we had half on day 2 and half on day 1 in the last heat. Jerry is qualified. Jerry obviously winning on Thursday. He can finish no worse than 11th. And Nata is also qualified, can finish no worse than 13th. As for tonight, Pyro and JR will definitely qualify if they win this heat. Shapes and Alex will definitely qualify if they avoid finishing last. Now, that doesn't mean they will definitely go out if they do finish last, and it doesn't mean that Pyro and JR can't qualify if they don't win. We're talking about absolute certainties here. It's still very early in day 2, so it's a bit difficult to gauge exactly how the games are going to go, but your best performance tonight and as many points onto that board as you can is all you can hope for. Quick reminder of the rules, although I think you're all across it by now. Zero-sum game, 600 points in contention, and we start with 150 each. You've got to buzz in and tell me the answer. You may interrupt me. If you buzz and are incorrect or you unduly hesitate, you will lose 25% of the points in your podium, and I will throw it out to the rest of the players who may buzz and steal the points. All the while the question is live, points are draining out of your podium, accumulating on the board. Buzz in and get it right to get those points. Hit 200 in this first round. You will lock your podiums and be through to the next one. I think that's about all there is to it. You know how to play. Fingers on buzzers, everybody, and hope you're ready to enjoy this at home and play along by shouting at the screen. Good luck. Let's play. Starting with this. Which American company owns Xbox? Shapes.
Microsoft.
Correct. Who plays Willy Wonka in the 2000 JR?
Johnny Depp.
Correct. Which king wrote the novels The Shining, It, and Alex?
Stephen.
Correct. Brass, woodwind, percussion, and JR?
Orchestra.
Correct. What was the Bank of Italy, founded by immigrant Amedeo Giannini in 1904, later renamed? It's a tough one. It's the Bank of America. What is the most spoken official language in Bolivia? Shapes.
Spanish.
It is. In which century was a British monarch last buried at Westminster Abbey? Now I'm going to have a guess. 18th. The DB5, DBS, and V12 Alex.
Aston Martin.
Correct. In which city would you find a famous tower designed by and named after Gustave Eiffel? JR.
Paris.
Yes. What number on the Beaufort wind scale corresponds to hurricane force? Pyro.
5.
Incorrect. JR.
8.
Incorrect. It's 12. What two-digit number follows the letter E to complete the name of a brand of skin lotion? JR.
45.
Correct. Whoa, it was a bit scary there, getting a bit scary, but we've got through 11 questions, and Pyro, you went down to 0, and then you got the buzz-in, but unfortunately on that wrong answer. It is going to be the end of your heat, but you get 2 points for being with us, and that's going to take you up to a total of 9. We'll see what that means for your overall standing, and we may see you later on in the semi-finals, but for now, it is goodbye. Thank you very much for playing, Pyro, and hopefully we'll see you later on.
Thank you very much.
And then there were 3. JR, Shapes, and Alex all progressed to round 2. Let's go there now. Some good early buzzing from our players there, and they've managed to get themselves through into round number 2. We'll split the 600 between 3 players now. That's 200 apiece. You're each chasing 300 in this round. Good luck to you all. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play. In the lyrical list of colours of Joseph's amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, what shapes?
Blue.
Incorrect. What colour? Alex.
Yeah, green.
Incorrect. What colour follows ochre?
I don't know.
It's peach. In which US state is the city of Baltimore? Shapes.
Maryland.
Yes, it is. How many rings are on the logo of the Shapes?
5.
Incorrect. Of the car manufacturer Audi? Alex.
4.
Yes. The village of Greendale is home to which Shapes?
Postman Pat.
Yes, it is. 220 yards is equivalent to what imperial unit? JR.
A chain?
Incorrect. Shapes?
Furlong.
That's the one. In snooker, what colour ball is typically worth... Alex.
Red.
Good guess. Fight Club, starring Brad Pitt, is based on shapes.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Very good. Which flower has a variety called Red Pinocchio? JR.
Poppy?
Nope. It's the rose. Which impressionist painted the Olympia and the bar at the shapes?
Manet.
Correct. The poem Jabberwocky appears in which... JR.
Alice in Wonderland.
Incorrect. Which book sequel to Alice's Adventures in Wonderland?
I can't remember the name.
It's
I know this
Through
one.
the Looking Glass. The electronic toy Simon was launched in 1978. JR.
Hasbro.
Incorrect. In which New York nightclub? Alex.
Studio 54.
Very good.
Well done.
Whoa. Yeah, there was a couple of moments there, and there was one question you didn't let me finish it, and you didn't have the information. The poem Jabberwocky. It's Alice's Wonderland was it? Which sequel to Alice in Wonderland? Yes, Through the Looking Glass, and what Alice found there was the full title.
Annoyingly, I had Alice Through the Looking Glass in my head. But I was like, yeah. Oh well.
That's the way it goes. Hey, 5 points to go with the other 5 points, taking you up to 10 in total. Again, we don't entirely know what that means yet, but we'll check out the league table after the stream. We'll see if it's enough, JR, to get you a slot in the semis. But thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you later on.
Oni, Shapes, enjoy the rubber match.
Thanks, mate.
Yes.
So, JR has to leave us, and it's Shapes versus Alex in tonight's final. So, two players who have both already got 10 points, but only one of them can get 10 points this evening. One of them will go up to 20, one of them will go up to 17. 600 points shared between the two of you, that's 300 apiece. Very best of luck to you both. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play. Hewitt was the middle name of which British Prime Minister? It's William Gladstone. What is the only Best Picture Oscar winner to be X-rated? Alex.
Midnight Cowboy.
Very good. Captain Lou Albano appeared as the singer's father in the music video. Alex.
Was it, Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
It was. Who pulled a plum out of a Christmas pie? Shapes.
Little Jack Horner.
Yes, he did. Who wrote the poems Paradise Lost and Paradise Shapes?
John Milton.
Yes, it was. On a standard UK traffic light, what colour or colours would be displayed? Shapes.
Red and yellow.
Incorrect. Would be displayed after solid amber. Alex.
Green.
Incorrect. It's red after solid amber. How many people are visible in the painting The Starry Night? Shapes.
None.
Correct. Who is the patron saint of Montserrat, Nigeria, and Ireland? Shapes.
St. Patrick.
Yes. Grokipedia is an AI-assisted alternate version of Shapes.
Wikipedia.
Yes. Which razor company produces the Fusion Shapes?
Oh my gosh.
Gillette.
Yes. The traditional mimosa cake is made using what preparation? Alex.
Oh, no. Prosecco.
Incorrect. Using what preparation as its base? That's pan di Spagna or sponge cake. In which year was the Eurovision Song Contest? Alex.
1956. Fuck it.
Incorrect. Hosted in Liverpool. Shapes.
2023.
Yes. The Congo and Niger rivers are both Shapes.
Africa.
Well hedged.
Well done.
I
There
really
we
should not have done that.
That traffic lights question was really interesting. Both going to do Shapes. I don't think you drive, do you?
I don't know. It's for everybody's benefit.
Alex, do you drive?
I got my license in 09, but I haven't been in a car since.
Yeah, solid amber leads to solid red. It's red and amber that leads to green.
I'm normally asleep when I'm in a car.
Don't blame you. Oh, guys, it's been a great battle, but only 35 questions, so I actually stacked this pack a bit deeper than normal. So I've got 30 left over, so that's going to make the flagging a fun exercise later on. But it has come down to Shapes with 600 points. Alex, a great run and some really good answers there, but Shapes, he's very quick, isn't he?
It got me on all the ones I knew. I had to go lucky, and it won tonight. But I got 7.
7 points.
In a game like that, 7 points is really bloody good.
Absolutely.
So,
to go with the 10 that you got last time, that's 17. And I think, as per the notes earlier on, you avoided coming last, which means we will definitely see you in a semi-final.
Oh, no, I've got to do this again.
You've got to do it all
bloody
over again,
hell.
I'm afraid. Absolutely. And we look forward to that in the future. And do enjoy the rest of the night. Go and have a beer, and we'll catch up with you soon.
You say go and have one, like I've not been doing that since about 8:30.
Go have more
I did
beers.
want to ask before we started, had the fridge been opened? Because I was scared of that.
Oh yeah. But the problem was that I was drinking the Black Label in the last game, in like just before I started. I'd started it before this game. That's why the power went. That's right. You got lucky tonight.
Lovely
That's
stuff.
my
I'm
first
going to drop you in the green room because I've got to get on with the stream.
Now. Bye.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
So, the winner of tonight's heat is Shapes. Double win. 20 points. That's going to put you in a very strong position for the final. It might get you a buy into the final, Shapes. It's going to come down potentially to other scorers, anyone else doing a double, and also if someone else does do that, then it's going to come down to your maximum and minimum scores. But you must be happy with that, apart from the fact that Oni stole a snooker question from you.
Well, he did, yes. So, I mean, if you're stealing it from that far ahead, then what can you do?
Yeah, what exactly? It's like the key information hadn't been revealed. But, mate, I'm going to go let you have a little lie down after that, but do stick around for Spotlight, which is coming up in a few minutes. And many, many congratulations. We will see you, if not in the final, then certainly in the semis.
Thank you.
And so, another heat comes to a conclusion, and it is Shapes for the second time who has won the heat. He's going to be at the top of the table with 20 points. Is it going to be enough to guarantee a slot in the final, or is he going to have to battle through a semi-final to earn that place there? We will find out in due course. The Drain continues on Thursday with another very exciting heat, so please do come around for that. I'll tell you more about that when I get to the continuity, once Spotlight Lobby is open, which will be opening in about 5 minutes' time. So very quickly, chance to go stretch your legs and pop to the loo if that's all been a bit too exciting for you and you need to recover. And I will see you when Game Night continues with Spotlight in a few minutes' time.
Don't let these guys drive.
welcome back to the third and final part of this evening's game night, where it is time for Spotlight. LLHJ is the code you need, and there is a full-size QR code, which has now been fixed. Yeah, nerd. Same key. Love it when things are in the same key. Different key penalty, indeed. Sooty Cat, Vertigo, Epic Galley, welcome to the stream. Sooty Cat, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Indeed, do not let these guys drive. Oh, I've got a little cramp in my toe now. I'm just going to have to stand up a minute. Oh, you can see how not ripped I am. Oh, and now I'm sat on the lumbar support. I really need a new chair. It's getting silly. Now, what have we got coming up in the game night canon in the next couple of streams? Well, Thursday is when I'm next back. Thursday the 4th of June. We're going to start with Plinko. It says the Drain on the schedule, but we will start with Plinko. That's by me, actually. So looking forward to sharing that with you all. We've then got heat number 9 of Spotlight, which is going to feature Clive, Score, Dalton, and Arun. That is definitely going to be another one to watch, so make sure you come along for that on Thursday. And if that wasn't enough and you want something for everyone, Risky Business is going to be a thing on Thursday night. Yes, Riff Raccoon is writing Risky Business for, I think, the 3rd time. He did it last season and it went down very well. 3rd, possibly 4th time. But yes, Risky Business is now a thing. So that's going to be Thursday night. Plinko the Drain and Risky Business. Thursday 4th of June, twitch.tv/royal_flush, 8 PM right here. If you're just here for the weekend stream, next Saturday we take a week off from the Drain, or a stream off from the Drain at least, and we're going to have Data Leak by JR, Crossfire by BC, and The Abyss by Arun. This was delayed from a couple of weeks back, so we're looking forward to getting to play that along with Crossfire and Data. I don't think we've seen Crossfire yet this season. Is it the first Crossfire? Yeah, first Crossfire of the season. That's what having a tournament game does. First and only game of Crossfire this season, so looking forward to that. Non-zero chance next Thursday. There's a new format as well. It might be on the Saturday. I think there's space for it on the Saturday. It depends how far I get with it this week, to be honest. And failing that, possibly definitely on Thursday the 11th of June, because that is just the Drain and the Escape Artist. So yeah, stuff and things and stuff are coming. So Puzzle Down, welcome to the stream. Elsewhere, our great friend Ash the Bash is gonna be here next Wednesday and Friday. I think he's got, is it Outright on Friday? Or was that, no, Outright was the one just gone. Let me look at his stream schedule. Limitless Win was yesterday. Yeah, Pokerface and Outright on Wednesday the 3rd of June, and Secret Fortune and Snap It Up on Friday the 5th of June. That looks like a really good week of streams from Ash. So yeah, do go give him a follow if you're not doing so already. Now, cramp in my toe. Yes, I have. This is Spotlight, and very many thanks to the writers who've all come and chipped in some new trivia. We've got a handful of new writers submitting their first packs, because it's only a four question pack, so it's a sort of a nice easy one to get into. I've been grateful for the slightly less niche nature of the categories. They're still a little niche, but they're not as overtly niche as they perhaps were before. So that's very exciting. We'll get to see if we get any of those in the game tonight. I think we've now got 24 unused packs with 14 distinct authors. I think, fingers crossed, I fixed the credits as well, because they've been broken since I reskinned this 100 years ago. Well, 2 years ago. So I will say I've added 3 of my own packs into this as well, so we'll see if they come up. And I think I have 1 left over, so of those 24 packs, I think 4 of them might be mine, possibly 5. I know BC sent a few through, Socially Bob sent 1 in, Brigger sent a few in, Stilgar sent 1, Ape sent 1. Apologies if I've forgotten anybody, but yeah, there's been Stimson's Angle sent 1 earlier today, actually. So, and there's 1 that I wrote literally about it was about an hour and a half before I went live. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what's going to come up in Spotlight tonight. Quick reminder that you will need the Universal Controller and the room code, which is on the screen. Now, you can join at any time. And the goal of the game is to get into the Spotlight, which is an RNG pick, really, so that's not really a goal. But once you're in the Spotlight, you've got to stay there for as long as you can, up to a maximum of 12 questions. Okay, if you get any 2 out of 3 or 2 out of any 3 questions incorrect, you are ejected from the spotlight. We're going to go through 10 categories with 3 questions in each, all of them multiple choice. And before the at the end, the player who has done best in the spotlight will come back to face 10 final questions, 1 on each for a chance at the leaderboard and bonus pennies. Long and short of it is, it's a multiple choice quiz on somewhat niche categories, and you get to pick the categories yourselves if you're in the spotlight. Should be a lot of fun. More quiz, what's not to love? And Sophie Bob, I just said your name, and welcome on into the stream. I know you were AFK, you had a thing or a convention or something this afternoon, so glad you made it. And it's hello and welcome. Let's see if your question pack does surface tonight. I am going to lock up the lobby, but the anytime entry codes are down there. And first thing we do, as always in this game, I thought about putting in the logic to bring in the person from the last game. I've decided not to do that because I can force a player in manually from the operator if I need to, but I decided not to just because it's quite a lot of flat, because then you've got to add on the scores and stuff. I mean, I could do it, but if the person's then not here, it's just, you know, it would be a nice to have, but I'm not. It's not a hill I'm going to die on, not just at the minute anyway. It's still on the list as a maybe, but yeah. Anyway, here we go. Let's select a player. Spot Lex again, aka Alexander. Press the button to let us know you're still here. Welcome. You are in the spotlight, and so you get the first choice of category. Remember, you're trying to get up to 12 questions correct. 2 out of any 3 incorrect, you will be removed from the spotlight. Let's start by taking a look at the category board. We've got the choice of, and I will remind you, you've got to swap. If you don't like any of these, you can press the swap button once to change it for a different one in the database. So, how about this, Sophie Bob? The first one, English Counties in Food by Sophie Bob. It's the first time we've seen it. Second category, Islands by Stimpson Zangle. What do you mean you missed this game? It's here now, Matt. Enjoy it. Drink it in while it's here. Category 3, Cocktails by me. And the fourth category, if you like any of these, Single Series UK Game Shows by BC 2014. All of these are new categories. So if you like one of those, Alex, do pick one. If you don't like any of them, you can swap. We're going for Islands by Stimpson Zangle. Stimpson down there in the bottom left-hand side. Dr. Pepper is their avatar. Stimpson, you won't be able to answer these questions, but you will get 3 points automatically, and you'll get your author credit pennies. They should have been added to your penny bank. So, we're starting with Islands. Let's see what this brings. Remember, any 2 out of 3 incorrect, and also abstention is treated as wrong. So basically, answer every question, everybody. 2 out of 3 wrong, and you'll be eliminated. Here's the first question on Islands. Greenland is the world's largest island, but what is the second largest? Is it Borneo, New Guinea, or Madagascar? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer is New Guinea. I would have struggled. I really thought it was Madagascar, but apparently Borneo is the third, Madagascar is the fourth, New Guinea is the second. Well done, Alex. No drama there. On we go. Next question. Island in the Stream, a 1983 song by Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers, was written by which English band? The Monkees, the Beach Boys, or the Bee Gees? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. It was the Bee Gees. Depending on the interview, the Bee Gees say the song was originally written as an R&B soul song for Diana Ross or Marvin Gaye. So it depends who you ask, I guess. But it's a wrong answer from Alex there. So pressure is on slightly to get this next question right. If you get this one wrong, you will be ejected from the spotlight. If you get it right, you get to pick the next category. Let's take a look at question number 3. Atlantis first appears in Timaeus and Critias, 2 dialogues written by which Greek philosopher? Plato, Socrates, or Aristotle? Correct answer. It was Plato. And Alex, it's another wrong answer. Aristotle is what you went for there. Just the one right answer. Hey, it might be enough to get you a place in the final, but he had to go. Everyone has to go eventually. No one stays in the spotlight chair forever. 1 point on the board. Let's see how that does for you later on. But for now, you have been eliminated. Just as we clear the category, and Marcini, welcome to the game. Let's get another player in to pick another category. Welcome on into the stream, Marcini. New player. Clive, you've been chosen for the spotlight. Press the button to let us know you're here. So the lights around the centre ring have gone yellow to show what the target is. If you match that, by the way, if you tie with the high score, if there's a tie, then tie is broken on who gets the most questions overall. So this is why I answer every question, even if you're not in the spotlight. Let's go back to the category board, shall we, Clive? English Counties and Food by Sophie Bob, Cocktails by Royal Flush, Single Series UK Game Shows by BC, Swap available if you don't like any, though I'm just going to see if I'm going to win a bet with myself. Category 4, Cymru and Biff by Vertigo. I thought you might go for that. You owe me £500, Clive. Game shows it is. BC, you've gone blue. 3 points for you and all for pennies, but you won't be able to answer these 3 questions. We're going for Single Series UK Game Shows by BC, and here's your first question, Clive. Don't school me on Welsh pronunciation, Vertigo. I'm never going to learn. English is fine, but Welsh, I think I said Cymru, didn't I? Anyway, first question. In the game show Duel, what help allows a contestant to force their opponent to answer within 7 seconds? Is it the accelerator, the quickener, or the panicker? Time. Correct answer. It's the accelerator. Duel only ran for 1 series in 2008. It deserved more. It won the UK Game Show's Hall of Fame award. And I added an editor note. It lives on our friend Ash the Bash's Twitch channel, though, and a couple of people in the chat recognising that. Accelerator was the right answer. No drama there. Next question. In the name of the BBC show hosted by Jason Bradbury, contestants aimed to not scare what animal? The lion, the cat, or the hare? Come on, Lewis. E-Dice isn't a one series show. It's been, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, yeah? If I'm not, then whoops. Correct answer is the hare. Don't Scare the Hare only ran for 1 series in 2011. It did not deserve more. And yet it did not win the Hall of Shame award that year. That went to Red or Black. The only things I've seen of Don't Scare the Hare is because I used to catch the end of it when tuning in for Doctor Who in 2011. Probably Series 6, Matt Smith's second series, I want to say, was around that time. Yeah, that's when I remember seeing Don't Scare the Hare. Terrestrial TV, who remembers that? Well done, Clive. 2 for 2. You're going to get to pick the next category no matter what. Let's take a look at our third question. In the 2023 show Rise and Fall, the contestants were divided into 2 groups, rulers and what? Earners, grafters, or workers? I was in the audience for the pilot. It was the longest day of my entire life. Oh, lovely stuff. Correct answer. Grafters, rulers and grafters. It was at the point they brought out the dog food for them to eat that I knew this would not be the classiest of shows, and was the winner of the Hall of Shame award. Very well done, Clive. 3 for 3 on that category. A trickier question at the end there, not everyone getting it right. But you got 3 right, so you've got a free question on the next one, and it's time to pick your next category. English Counties in Food by Sophie Bob, Cocktails by Royal Flush, Cymru and Biff by Vertigo, Swap available if you don't like any of them, Orange by BC once again. Okay, we'll swap Cocktails out for sports-based quizzes that aren't sports quizzes by Brig. Oh, no small swaps available, Clive. You've got to pick something. Thought you might go for that. So 6 quiz questions in a row. Thank you to Brig for these questions. Brig, your board has gone blue. You'll be given your author pennies and 3 free points, but you won't be able to answer these 3. So, from 1 series quiz shows to sports quiz shows that aren't sports quizzes, here's your first question. Professional darts throwers on Bullseye would throw for charity, and the highest scorer at the end of the series won a statue of Bully, the show's mascot, made of what metal? Bronze, silver, or gold? 10 seconds. And Bully's special prize, a speedboard. Where does he live? Tamworth. Can't beat a bit of Bully. I've got hiccups now. I need the bullseye sound. Bronze was the answer. No problems for Clive there. Sorry, I need to drink more. Sorry, just give me a sec. Just calming my diaphragm. Okay, on we go. Next question. What was the nickname given by Jim Davidson to the colourful waistcoats the late John Virgo would frequently wear, which later in the show's life would be given away as a consolation prize? Love this question. Was it yes, Mum, no, Dad, or maybe Nan? 10 seconds. Thank you, JR. Yeah, great question that. Correct answer. No, Dad, as in, no, Dad, don't make me wear this. No drama for Clive there. You're up to 5 correct. You're yet to put a foot wrong. Let's take a look at our final question of the category. Stretching to 5 episodes on German channel ProSieben in 2012 to 13, Stefan Raab came up with a novel concept which had contestants face off in alternate rounds of quizzing, and which sport? Was it fencing, boxing, or tennis? It might be ProSieben. 10 seconds. I think it might be ProSieben. I haven't done German for a while. David, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. And the message from our sponsor, Sooty Cat.
Wada had dud da?
Yes, thank you for the 100 bits, Sooty Cat. Yeah, Alexander, English only in the chat, please. Although I said to Sooty Cat, you can do it if you're going to give me bits. You can make up a language, but yeah, no Cyrillic, please. Yeah, sorry. So it's German channel ProSieben. Yes, it's an I first, which means it's an E sound. Correct answer was boxing. Clive getting that absolutely right. You win by knockout in the boxing, shutout in the quiz, or winning more rounds overall. David, glad were you flying this evening? Glad you've got back safely, and it's lovely to have you along. Good. Well, that went well. Now, we might get... You've not got to swap, so unless there's another quiz category that comes up on number 4... Oh, it's the keyboard's being silly, is it? Fair enough. Let's go back to that category board, shall we, Clive? You've got 6 points so far. Let's take a look at what's next. English Counties in Food by Socially Bob, Cymru and Byth by Vertigo, Orange by BC 2014, and one new category, the acting roles of David Lynch by Now Cut That Out. Going for Cymru and Byth by Vertigo. Vertigo, your board has gone blue. You've given 3 points and your author pennies, and you won't be able to answer these 3. I don't even know what that means, but maybe it'll tell me in my notes. But here's your question on Cymru and Byth. Who's the patron saint of Wales? St David, St Patrick, or St Andrew? Wales forever. There we go. Well, we had St Patrick in the drain, knowing he's the patron saint of Ireland and a couple of Nigeria and Montserrat, I think, were the other options. Correct answer here. St David. St Patrick is indeed the patron saint of Ireland. St Andrews, Scotland, Clive. That's your first incorrect answer. So pressure on for these next two. You've got to get them both right to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at our next question. Which Welsh rugby player is the most capped rugby union player of all time? Accurate at the time of writing. Alan Wynne-Jones, George North, or Gareth Thomas? Is it Donald Trump, Proogs? Time. Tough question. Correct answer. Alan Wynne-Jones. Wales proving to be your undoing there, Clive. But you've done very well. 6 points. That is a new high score in the spotlight. We'll see if it's enough to get you into the final bit later on, but for now you have been eliminated. And the 6 gold lights there showing what our players are now chasing. Alan Wynne-Jones had 171 caps, George North 124, Gareth Thomas just 103. I say just 103, it's still quite a lot, isn't it? Shall we get another player in the spotlight? Let's do that. Green Day, your time has come. Press the button to let us know you're here. Welcome, welcome. So, you're going to finish off this category on Wales. Right or wrong, you will get to pick the next category. And then we'll see where we go from there. So, let's go to question number 3 on Cymru Ambith. In the Welsh cartoon Super Ted, which former Doctor Who actor voiced the character of Spotty in the English dub? Was it Tom Baker, John Pertwee, or Sylvester McCoy? This is 68 Acacia Road, and this is Eric, a schoolboy with very special powers. For when Eric eats a banana... No, hang on. That's Banana Man, not Super Ted. What am I on about? Correct answer. It's John Pertwee. You've got it right. Very well done, Green Day. So no pressure going into the next category. And why don't we take a look at the board? English counties in Food by Socially Bob, Orange by BC, the acting roles of David Lynch by Toot. Yes, that's what I don't know why I started quoting the Banana Man theme tune. You've got to swap if you don't like any of them, Green Day. In your 4th category, Robots by Clive of Legend. Clive, another one of the new writers. Apologies, I missed you out, Clive. I think Clive did a couple of packs for us. We're going for Orange by BC. Again, BC is another category you aren't able to play, but you get 3 free points all the same. Let's take a look at our first question on Orange. I think Robots was new, wasn't it? It's the first time it's been seen, anyway. Here we go. The show, Orange is the New Black, is primarily set at which institution? Is it a bank, a prison, or a school? Right, correct answer. It's in a prison. Ran on Netflix from 2013 to 2019. No drama there for Green Day. Next question. Jason Orange was a member of what band? Westlife, Take That, or Boyzone? Correct answer. Take That. He retired in 2014. And Green Day, that's your first step wrong, so pressure on. You must get the next 2 questions right to stay in the spotlight. One final question on Orange. What does the orange stripe represent on the Pride flag? Is it healing, spirit, or life? Answer. It's healing. You have saved yourself there, Green Day. Well done. You will get to pick the next category. Red represents life, and violet represents spirit, and orange is healing. Good stuff. Let's just take a look at the board, because we've had 5 categories now. Overall scores. Lots of 10s and 11s. There's a 12 for Stimpson's Angle. There's a 14 for BC, but he's only answered about 2 questions so far. Most of them have been his. 13 for, I think that's Zeus underneath, 12 for Claire on the left. Let's see if those scores continue as we go on to the second half. You're at 3 at the moment, Green Day. You're chasing Clive's 6. let's take a look at the category board once again. English Counties in Food by Socially Bob, the acting roles of David Lynch by 2, Robots by Clive of Legend. You have got a swap if you don't like any of them. And your fourth category, Huey, Dewey and Louie by Brig. Getting rid of the acting roles of David Lynch. And it's another BC category, Northern Ireland. You must pick one of them. What are we going for? Huey, Dewey and Louie. Brig, you won't get to answer these questions, but you do get yourself 3 free points, and I think it's 100 author pennies as well. So, pressure on here still. Green Day, you've got to get this one right if you want to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at it. In the US military, a Huey refers to what sort of vehicle? Is it a tank, a submarine, or a helicopter? Time. Correct answer. Oh, it's a helicopter. Green Day. Not a bad first run in the spotlight. It is quite a tough game to stay in the spotlight, but you got 3 correct answers. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to get to the final, but I hope you've had fun and you have been ejected from the spotlight. Fun while it lasted. That's what we hope for. So 2 more questions on Huey, Dewey and Louie to face. Let's see who is going into the spotlight to take them on. Ralph, press the button. Welcome back. I say welcome back. Welcome to the spotlight. Let's see if you know your Hueys from your Deweys from your Louies. Next question. In the Dewey Decimal Library Classification System, what broad subject of book would you expect for a book classified in the 700s? Language, philosophy and psychology, or arts and recreation? Time. Correct answer. Arts and recreation. Good start for you there, Ralph. Not an easy question. A lot of red there. Philosophies is the hundreds. Language is the 400s. Brig, I believe, is one of our resident librarians, so did expect a Dewey Decimal. Your library assistant, there we go. Good stuff, Ralph. On we go. Last question on Huey, Dewey and Louie, until the final at any rate. Louie Louie by Richard Berry was originally released in 1956 and went on to be one of the most covered songs of all time. Who has not had a UK top 75 hit with it? Modern Talking, Motorhead, or The Kingsmen? 10 seconds. Tough one there. Correct answer. Modern Talking is the wrong answer for Ralph and a lot of other people. German duo Modern Talking got to number 4 with Brother Louie in 1986, but not Louie Louie. Motorhead's cover got to number 68 in 1978, and the Kingsman version is the one everyone recognises and got to 26 in 1964. I have to say, it's not a song I've actually heard of, to my shame. I will check it out. I'm sure it's excellent. So, Ralph, pressure is on, but you do get to pick the next category. Let's have a look at the board. English Counties in Food by Socially Bob, Northern Ireland by BC, Robots by Clive, Swap available, and your fourth category, Robot Transit Systems by Topper. Sorry, Rapid Transit Systems by Topper. Robots was the other category. And that's exactly what we've gone for. Topper is not with us this evening, so no free points, but he still gets his author pennies. Let's take a look at our first question on Rapid Transit Systems. Which of these rapid transit systems of the Greater Tokyo area in Japan has the most lines and stations? Tokyo Metro, Tuai Subway, or Yokohama Municipal Subway? 10 seconds. That is a hard question. Well, maybe it's not as hard as I thought. I'll go for the obvious answer, which would be the right one. Tokyo Metro, 9 lines and 180 stations. The 2i subway only has 4 lines and 106 stations. And Yokohama, just the 2 lines and 42 stations. No drama there, Ralph. Pressure is still on. You've got to get this next one right to stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look at it. What colour is used to represent the Northern Line on the London Underground map? Magenta, black, or green? That one felt a bit friendlier. That is the black. The black line is the Northern Line. Magenta is the Metropolitan line, and green is the District line. One final question. Pressure is off a little bit. You can afford to get this one wrong and stay in the spotlight. Let's take a look. In 2002, the M1 line of which city's metro system was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site? Milan, Paris, or Budapest? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. It was Budapest. Most getting it wrong, but Ralph getting it right. Known locally as a Kisfuldelati, which means small underground, was declared a cultural World Heritage Site due to its age. It's the second oldest underground in the world. Its old design and preservation. Very well done there. You're up to 4 in the spotlight, Ralph. And you've got a clean slate going into your next category, so let's have a look and see what you want to pick next. English Counties in Food by Socially Bob. Northern Ireland by BC. Robots by Clive of Legend. Swap is still available. And we've seen it before. The acting role to David Lynch. By now, cut that out. English Counties in Food. Socially Bob, your time has come, and your square has got the blue border. You won't be able to answer these 3 questions, but you will be given 100 pennies and 3 free points. So let's see what Ralph makes of your English Counties in Food. Which English county is eponymous with a fermented condiment? Worcestershire, Cheshire, or Leicestershire? Time. Correct answer. Worcestershire, of course. Worcestershire sauce. Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. And very many thanks to Socially Bob for using the word eponymous and not the word titular. That wasn't a correction from me. That's how the question came. Marmite-shire. Marmite-shire. It's basically just Burton-on-Trent, because that's where Marmite is brewed, up in Staffordshire. Good stuff there, Ralph. You're up to 5. One more and you tie with Clive. Let's take a look at our next question. Which English county is associated with a traditional savoury oatcake cooked on a griddle? Gloucestershire, Staffordshire, or Shropshire? 10 seconds. Time. Correct answer. I just mentioned it, yeah, Staffordshire. Elite breakfast food from North Staffordshire in the Stoke-on-Trent area. It's probably the only good... Is it the only... I don't want to risk offending anyone. It's the only good thing to have come out of Stoke. I had a friend from uni. His name was Chris, but everyone called him Stokey because he came from Stoke. And yeah, he lived up to the reputation somewhat. You good, Ralph? You've got 6, so you're tied with Clive. And at the moment, you're on 17, and Clive is on something else. I can't see his avatar right now. Oh, he's 2 away from you. I'll check in a minute. I think you're in the lead, and shoe in for the final. Let's take a look at our next question on English counties in food. The unpasteurised cow's milk cheese known as poacher originates from which county? Lincolnshire, Cambridgeshire, or Northamptonshire? Correct answer. Lincolnshire, and you're 3 for 3 on your English counties in food there, Ralph. Very well done indeed. Yeah, it won Lincolnshire Poacher won the best British cheese at the World Cheese Awards 2001-2002, which is sort of a nice thing to know about, isn't it? Now, we've got 2 categories to go. You've still got a swap available, Ralph, and you are now guaranteed to be in the final because you've got 7 right and there's only 6 questions to go, so very well done. We will see you in the final. We will get at least one more player in the spotlight by hook or by crook, whether Ralph gets up to 12 or whether he blunders along the way. Actually, no, we might not, because he might go right, right, wrong. Right, right, wrong. So, yeah, we may not see another one in the spotlight, but it's going to be Ralph in the final. Let's go back to the category board. Crook. Northern Ireland by BC, Robots by Clive, The Acting Roles of David Lynch by Toot. Swap is still available if you don't like any of them, and a new category. The many collabs of Royal Flush and HUD 601 by Royal Flush. We're getting rid of the acting roles and replacing it with 90s Amiga games by Proogs. Which of those are you going for? That's the one we're going for. 90s Amiga games. Proogs. 100 pennies and 3 points to you. You won't be able to answer these 3 questions. Let's take a look at our first one of 90s Amiga games. I'm hoping it's still in date because, you know, the 90s were a long time ago. 90s haven't changed. Originally developed in 1997, which game featured diseases such as bloaty head, king complex, and slack tongue? Big Pharma, Hospital Hustle, or Theme Hospital? I love this game. Most of my childhood has spent playing this game. Doctor required in inflator room. Theme Hospital is what it was. Look out for other Bullfrog products. It was so good. Shooting rats with the mouse. And then the VIP arriving. And then using the cheat codes. And the PA went, the hospital administrator is cheating. Which is quite funny. I used to do that when I was a kid. Anyway, good stuff. Theme Hospital is the right answer. Let's take a look at our next one. Echoing the style of Lemmings, Andy Davidson created which game for the Amiga, first released in 1995, which spawned many other sequels? Is it SimCity, Worms, or Cannon Fodder? Correct answer. It's Worms, which is, if I wasn't playing Theme Hospital, I was likely playing, well, more likely Worms 2 originally, and then probably Worms Armageddon thereafter. Yeah, Worms. Going, incoming! What, another great game. It's taken me, I didn't realise these were on the Amiga. I played more on the PC myself. But Ralph, it is another right answer. And let's go to our third. Sid Meier developed many simulation games such as Civilization. Which of these is not a Sid Meier game? Sid Meier's Pirates, Sid Meier's London, or Sid Meier's Gettysburg? Look at the Yahtzee treatment. Sid Meier's Pirates by Sid Meier. Although I think he did that with who's the horror game person who does the horror franchises? It's not Richie Blackmore. He's a guitarist from Deep Purple. What's his name? Who am I thinking of? Someone tell me in chat. Who am I thinking of? Clive Barker. Clive Barker's Jericho by Clive Barker. Yeah, Richie Blackmore. I'm thinking of Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. No, that's a band. That wasn't what I was thinking of. I just got the name mixed up. I'm thinking of Clive Barker, not Richie Blackmore. Royal Flush's game night by Royal Flush, absolutely. Correct answer, Sid Meier's London. You're bang on there, Lupine. So it's another 3 right in a row. Very well played. And you are going to get to pick the final category of the game. So, are you going to get one wrong and deny someone else coming into the spotlight? Or are you going to go the distance and have one player come in to answer one question at the end? Let's take a look at the category board. David Lynch has been swapped happy, unfortunately. And no SWATs remain. So it's going to be Northern Ireland by BC, Robots by Clive, the many collabs of Royal Flush and HUD 601 by Royal Flush, or How to Beat the Casino by Ape Minky. Hey! So this question, Pat, was left over from when I did a collab stream with HUDs. And we had a specially written spotlight trivia that was sort of more aimed at HUDs and HUDs' community. And this is one of them, the many collabs of Royal Flush and HUD 601. If you're relatively new to the community, apologies, this is something of a meta question. They don't come up terribly often, and this was for a special stream. It just happens to have been left over. So apologies if you're going, what? And if you've not met HUD 601, you will meet him when we collab later on in June, as we do every year. Let's take a look at our first question on the many collabs of Royal Flush and HUD 601. In Royal and HUD's very first collab for Bristol Pride back in June 2021, they raced each other in Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. What was the result? HUD's won 2-0, Royal won 2-0, or it was tied 1-1. I did say cut me some slack, don't get many meta questions. 10 seconds. Because now HUD's is a Sonic speedrunner, just to let you know. Correct answer. Yeah, he lost both of them. And thus Royal's Sonic speedrunning game peaked. HUD's would right this wrong a year later when Royal got very drunk during the classic trilogy race and lost 3-0, including a did not finish in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So I put in the host links about the time I lost, but yeah, I beat a Sonic speedrunner in a Sonic speed race, which is very funny. It's your first wrong answer, Lupine, so let's see if we can get these last two correct and max out the 12. Here's your next question. Which of these pairs of games has not featured on a HUD 601... Oh, hang on. We may have a problem here, because apparently all of these aren't... Okay, let's see what happens. It might break the... Oh, fuck, it might break the game. Shit, this might break the game. We might have a data error. Anyway, I'll put the question up. We'll see what happens. Which of these pairs of games has not featured on a HUD 601 Royal Flush collab stream? Google that and Face Off. Distinction and Risky Business. Or The Hive and the Abyss. I am genuinely worried. I think we might be about to have a crash, so I'm pre-warning you. Let's find out. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I've still got the payload back. The reason I knew that was going to happen is because all of these are flagging as wrong answers. One of them is definitely right. No, it's not the / I've obviously failed to mark the correct answer. No. The unescape / is fine. Because I've got all of the answers here are showing as red, which means they're all incorrect. Which means the payloads haven't come in because it would have been looking for a correct answer and not found one. And when I click reveal answer, it's going to be the same problem. It's going to play the sound effect, but I think we're going to be stuck here now. Ah! Piss. Right, let me try something. See if we can get out of this. Ralph, I'm going to resend you the spotlight invitation. No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. It's bad data. If I send you that, Ralph, that might do a thing. Have you got a button you can click? So if it's going to jolt it into life. No. Oh, God. Reselected Spotlight Player is doing nothing either. And that's not going to do anything. Right, that's it. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, we'll just say time up because... So what happens, if anyone's interested, when you press a button on the Unicom, it sends a payload, obviously, into the graphics build, and then it does some logic, and then at the end of that logic sends you back a new state. But if it never reaches that send back thing, it's because the thread stopped running when it reached. Because basically what it's doing, it's checking it's looking for the first answer that is marked as correct, and if none of them is marked as correct, then it it doesn't know what to do, and so it abandons the thread, and so it doesn't do any more of the logic, including sending it back. And that's what's happened here when I've gone to reveal the answer. It's looking for the first answer marked as correct. There is none, and so it goes, that thing doesn't exist, I'm just going to stop. It's a safety feature in C# language to stop code just executing forever. But it means you end up in soft lock situations like this. And now I am completely stuck because even my F1 isn't working. Unless I didn't hook F1 up to it. Let me just try progress gameplay. Nah. Null trivia error. Oh, that's really annoying. And we've got the final to go as well. I don't know if I can get out of this. I don't know if I can get out of this. And I can't just force the ending. Oh, shit, I was going to lose 10 questions. That's really embarrassing. Oh, I'm rightfully sorry. Well, what I'll do, I will honour the top 3 gold, silver and bronze as they were at this point, and I'll make it my penance to go and add on. So all of the trivia pennies have already been paid out. This isn't a bug in the game, by the way, so I've just seen the notification light up. I'm assuming that's a bug report. This isn't actually a bug report. Oh, no, it's not. It's not a bug in the game. Well, I mean, it technically is. I should be protecting against it rather than just allowing it to do this. But, okay, here's what's going to happen. That was the 10th pack. So this was my question anyway, so, you know, I'm not as bothered about that. All the pennies for the authors have already been paid out. What I will do after the stream is I will add on the pennies that were here at this point. Ralph, I feel, needs another crack at getting into the final, because Ralph is going to be denied a leaderboard position. I could do it manually, but that's a bit good, isn't it? No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'll catch it on the VOD as well, Saphira, so I'll make sure the gold, silver and bronze medals are paid out, and these pennies. Ralph, do we invent a leaderboard score for you? It's very difficult to quantify, isn't it? What I'll do, tell you what we'll do. I could just recycle them into a Frankenpack pack of something, actually. That's not a bad idea. What I think I'll do, Ralph, because you've been denied an opportunity at the final, I will give you first... I will put you... Next time we play Spotlight, and remind me of this, I will put you in first. Okay? So you can have another crack at it. And if you perform well in that game, then maybe there's a chance to play it out there. We have got some questions. If all the authors are happy for me to just extract these questions, I mean, Bamboozle works. Bamboozle's 4 options. I'd have to invent an option for all of them. But yeah, we could probably do that. Okay, so someone write this down in suggestions. Frankenpack the leftover questions, because there should be 11, so I only need to write one more. So Frankenpack Bamboozle for the questions. I'll manually add on the pennies and the medals that they were in at the start before this question, and I'll give Lupine a free go in the next time we play Spotlight. Yeah? Cool. That's my plan. Can someone write that down in suggestions or discussion? Oh, there is 11 for Crossfire, isn't there? It's a Crossfire pack then. Brilliant. Thank you, BC. Yeah, okay, we'll make it a Crossfire pack because there's only 11 questions in this. The right answer to this one, by the way, is Distinction and Risky Business, for what it's worth. Distinction was Distinction and Red Herrings in 2024, Red Herrings and Risky Business in 2021, but never together. Google that, and Face Off was the 2023 collab, and The Hive in the Abyss was the 2022 collab. Oh, and I fixed the credits as well, and we're not going to get to see them. No! Oh, Gotten Himmel. I might have to create the credits manually afterwards. Well, that's a tremendous shame because it's been a lot of fun, but it just means more work on my part, and we'll recycle the questions, and Lupine will get another go. So I'll make everything right with the world. Enormous apologies, particularly to all the writers who've contributed, because there were some really great questions in that. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's a data error. Can I blame HUDs? No, because I wrote the questions. I don't think I can blame HUDs. Oh, you'd have had someone else coming in for the final question because you'd have gone Google that and face off anyway. Fair enough. Right. Well, because that game has died, what we're going to do is come back to large cam. There's nothing I can do about it now, so let's kill that. We've got screenshots. I've got the VOD. I will make everything right in due course. I'm just going to get hashtag Elaine Hubs. What we're going to do to wrap up the stream is we are going to go to the lottery draw, which hopefully won't have any bugs. That would be nice. And it'll be a nice way to wrap things up. Yes, get back on the horse after that mild blip. It's not very often I get a data error these days. One or two when QForge first came out. But yeah, normally it's bugs or hardware breaking. So a data error does at least make something of a refreshing change. So that's nice. Let's go and do the lottery to finish things off. And yeah, I will see you there. It is Saturday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for the weekend lottery draw. SRFC is the code you need. SRFC. And let's pick some manual numbers. 4, 8, and let's hide all the logs because I don't need all of them. 15, 16, 23, 42. Now push execute. I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to do it again. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Push execute. And one more time. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Push execute. Lucky dip for the rest. There we go. Right, let's hope the lost numbers. I mean, I'm in for a penny at that point. I should have probably done them all. Anyway. Right, no Micro Penny requests coming in, so do come join. Oh, we've got 40. We've got a full front row. 41. Sooty Cat's in the back with 8 Minky. Don't know what they're up to. Yeah, if we were 3 times jackpot, then that's going to be problematic. Right, let me look at some of these raid messages while you come and join. Null trivia error. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
I hear Mr. Chips is the one pushing the button tonight.
Is that right? Thank you for the 100 bits there, Dan. Sorry, I'm looking at raid messages at the same time. Looking for my favourite. Oh, that one's very good. I think I've got it. I've got at least 2 that I really like. I might change my mind when I look at them again in a minute. Right, 43 of you in the lottery, 3 of you in the back row. So I think we should get on with it, shouldn't we? Yeah, let's do the lottery and start the machine. And tonight, friends, we are using Excalibur in Set of Balls number 1. Here's what you could win if the numbers are in your favour. Yes, 40 in the front and 3 in the back tonight, Green Day. So very, very popular tonight, which is very encouraging. And can I once again say I'm enormously grateful to everyone for coming out to join me. I hope you've had fun at game night, and I'm sure I'll say that again when we come to do the Ray message. For now, let's release those big money balls. In they go, nice and steady into the machine. Excalibur's going to give them a kick. Set of balls number 1. There they go. And let's hope that tonight you have better luck than I had with my data. Good luck. Let's start the draw. Mike was house skied. Okay, first one out tonight's a green one, number 38. 7th appearance in the main lottery draw. We last saw it Saturday, the 28th of February. And next up, I see some lottery requests coming in now. Second ball. It's a white one, number 7. 5th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared on Saturday, the 18th of April. I have one number so far, on one line. My lost theory is not working out. See if we can change that with the third ball. It's another green one, number 33. 4th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 21st of March. I don't have that one either. I may have made an error picking the lost numbers. Next, another green one, number 32. 5th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last saw it Saturday, the 24th of January. Oh, I've got that one on one different line. 5th? Oh, something other than a green would be nice. Yellow, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. It is number 41. 4th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared on Saturday, the 17th of January. I've nearly got a bingo. I've got a little diagonal going on at the moment, which is kind of fun. 6th ball. It's another white one. Number 6. 6th appearance in the main lottery draw. Last appeared Saturday, the 9th of May. So I haven't got a single one of the lost numbers tonight. Which is, yeah.
What a shame.
Very much so. One more for you. It's the bonus ball, and tonight, it's a blue one. Number 19. 9th appearance in the main lottery draw. Also on Saturday, the 16th of May. And to our winning line, once again, those numbers in ascending numerical order. Tonight we have number 6. Number 7. Number 32. Number 33. Number 38. And number 41. The bonus is number 19. And let's see, looks like there's a few winners tonight, so let's see how well you've all done. Big winners on a single line. Wow, SJ with 3 and the bonus for 2,500. JR and Ben twice. L, Flyboy, Dogfish, Green Day, Claire, Score, G-Isons and Toot. 3 numbers without the bonus, each winning 1,000 pennies. And Cola, 2 numbers with the bonus, winning 500. Those are some big wins. Big overall winners. Look at this. SJ, 3,000 over 3. Ben, 2,500 over 4. G-Eisen, 1,600 over 4. Toot, 1,600 over 4. L, 1,500 over 3. Dogfish, 1,500 over 3. Score, 1,500 over 3. Claire, 1,350 over 3. Nando, 1,100 over 5. Stimson, 1,100 over 5. And 1,000 each for JR, Flyboy and Green Day on 1. And Proves, 1,000 over 4. There we go. Well, that worked at least, which is something. Right. I need to go through these raid messages, pick a raid message and a raid target. Who have we got tonight? Spud, Negarorix, Jerry. Oh, the Botezes are doing stuff. They're doing chess things. They've got 2,500 viewers. I feel intimidated raiding into a channel that sort of size, to be honest. But yeah, they're playing chess at the moment. The bow tie, not twins, but the bow tie. Botezes. So it's the plural of Botez. Anyway, Paralives. So Negarorix was an option on Thursday. What's Spud doing? Watching Stars in Their Eyes. Anyone fancy some Stars in Their Eyes? I think it's Stars in Their Eyes. Yeah, let's raid Spud. Watch some Stars in Their Eyes for nostalgia's sake. Thank you very much, everyone, for playing the lottery. I'm going to pick my raid message in just a moment, and I will see you there for that raid. And that, friends, is the end of Game Night for another week. Can I once again extend my huge spicy thanks to all of the writers tonight, and again, apologies to the Spotlight writers for slightly ruining the end of the game. I'm glad it happened on the 10th pack rather than on, like, you know, if it had been like the 7th, it would have been a bit of a damp squib. I mean, the first, we could have probably just restarted the game, but yeah, it's I suppose it's, you know, with only one question, or technically two questions missing, it's about as least bad as it can be. But yeah, big thanks to all the writers for the Drain as well, and big thanks to JR for that epic bidding war earlier on, and to Stimson for proofing it as well. Quick reminder, I'm going to be back Thursday with Plinko by me, The Drain, heat number 9, and then Risky Business by Riff. Non-zero chance we'll have a new format pilot run on Thursday, but it depends how I get on this week. Possibly it's going to be next Saturday. Speaking of next Saturday, we've got Data Leak by JR, Crossfire by BC, not the Franken Pack, that'll be probably be coming next season, or I'll squeeze it in somewhere this season, and The Abyss by Arun, so please do come along for that. Yes, right. Raid messages. Some good ones this week, and I've definitely got two that I like the look of. Alveoli and the Chipmunks by 8 Minky, honourable mention. Balls is an impossible answer by Alexander. Nipple and Balls, what a quiz from Green Day. It's not a bug, it's deep positional play. Joseph in the that's by ABME. Joseph in the LSD Trip by Score Count. I'm just going to hide the ones that have gone so I can see where I'm at. That question was a real blunder snatch by BC. Don't be greedy by the Lupine One. Swasescu by Jack Wilfred. I like that one a lot. That Oil, it's ours from Green Day. I'll come back to that one. Continuity applications open after the break from Ardenfets. Sausage Traffic Lights by Sooty Cat. Bully's Speedboat by Sooty Cat. That's very good. That's very good. Royal Flushes Game Night by Royal Flush by Odie. I'm gonna claim my own anyway. Blame HUDs by me, because that's always a good thing to do. So we're down to 5. Down to 5. This is genuinely tough, because these are all really good. From Lewis, I think. Merry Christmas, I'm afraid you're dead. Where's Marmite Shire from Proogs? 4th place. 3rd place. Wanted, Continuity Person from SJ. I just think this is purely... there's very little to go between these two. I think because one of them actually was the answer to a question and one of them was a wrong answer in a multiple choice element, I'm going to give it to one that's the answer to the question. But on a different day, I could have gone for either of these. So runner-up tonight goes to Shadowmane for St Andrew, named after the golf course, which is an excellent raid message, Shadowmane. I'm very, very impressed with that. But it's not going to win. The one that has got my attention tonight, and I kept coming back to, tonight's raid message and episode title comes from Lingo Maniac. They're going to get 250 pennies, and it is Whistler's Mom Has Got It Going On. What a great raid message that is. Love it. Well done, Lingo. Top work on suggesting the episode title. Oh my God, look how grey I am. I just leaned into the camera. Look at that. Have you seen this? Look how grey. Oh. Whistler's mom has got it going on. Although Mr. Bean says she looked like a hideous old bat who looked like she'd had a cactus lobbed up her backside. Right. Shall we go and watch some Stars in Their Eyes with Spud Gun? Or there may be adverts now. Oh no, that's Rick Mail. Yeah, let's go see Spud Gun and watch whatever he's watching. Look how grey I am coming in as a late raid message. As you said on the... Yeah, I know, but... I think I've got darker hair than you, Shape, so maybe mine shows up a bit more. I don't know. Anyway, gang, enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's been wonderful to have you all here. Thank you so much to everybody for coming out. It's been a great night tonight. Say, a little blip, notwithstanding at the end there on a bit of a data error, but it's always a pleasure to spend Saturday evenings with you. I was alive in 2004 there, yeah, a bit. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you're up to. It's still a little bit warm out, so make sure you put some sunscreen on if you're going out in the sun for too long. I'm going to be back on Thursday night with Plinko the Train and Risky Business. I do hope you'll join me then. And until then, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And as always, take care. Peace out. And good night.
And she's about to play for £1,000.